Headphone warning. What's up, guys? So yeah, I decided that we are going to build us a printer since it showed up today. And for those of you guys that hang out in the Discord and whatnot and been watching my Twitter, yes, I did just receive a printer from Sergio, HVAC A to Z. He did send me a CR10S. I did get that put together last night. I was tweaking and playing around with it, but I got some more stuff to do with that. But this is the one I've been waiting for. So I'm going to go ahead and get this one put together. And fingers crossed, we'll get a print off of it. That being said, yeah, I guess we should probably cut into the box, huh? You guys don't want to sit here and listen to me talk for hours. Real quick, just to let you guys know, this isn't going to be one of my usual streams. This is going to just be a build stream. I'm going to try and watch my language, but I cannot promise anything. So please understand that language may come out of me that you would not expect. So we'll see what happens from there. But real quick, just to explain, bought this off Amazon, got it for $239. There was a $15 coupon, and then you figure after the estimated taxes, it brought it back up $14. So you take $15 away, add 14. I got it for $238. So you can get it on Amazon. There's a link down there, or there should be a link down there in the description if you guys want to get it. Affiliate link. So obviously it helps me. If you don't want to use the affiliate link because you don't like me and you don't want to help and support me, that's fine. There's also the link to the Anet website where you can get it for even cheaper, but you may have to wait longer. And I believe it is free shipping. So it's up to you. You guys can, do whichever one you want. If you trust Amazon, get it from Amazon and help me out. That's great. Other than that, I just wanted to kind of cover that part. And again, like I said, I did buy this one. This has not been sent to me for a review of any kind. I'm just going to build it, see what happens. So if I don't like it, I'm going to tell you. And if you do hear music in the background, it is from Pretzel Rocks. Pretzel Dot Rocks. There we go. It is all free use music, so shouldn't get flagged. But if I do, oh well, we'll fight it. If you don't hear the music, that's great. That gives me a little background noise to kind of work with. But hopefully this layout's not too much for you guys. If there's too much going on there, if you don't like the stream chat up there where you guys can see yourselves, that's fine. I can take that out too. But let's crack into the box. Let's make some stuff happen. And just so you guys know, again, I'm not really one for organization. So let's see what happens. Ugh. Like I always tell you, cut away. And make sure you jam it down deep inside the box so you stab and cut all the important things, right? And no, none of the address label information is mine. So if you guys want to go ahead and stalk the Amazon location there in Aurora, Colorado, feel free to do so. Safety warning: prevent electrical shock. The printer is 110, 240 volt, high voltage power supply interface. Please be careful and avoid electrical shock. Prevent burns. Be aware of fire and be aware of pinching. There you go. So there's my little past qualification or past QC card. Way up here. There you go. That's my QC card. Here's the instruction manual. I should probably load up the one off the website, but I'm not gonna. We're gonna see what happens here. Gives me my list of parts. Oh, spare parts list. There's a spare parts list too. Isn't that nice of them? Your Leatherman has a special short blade. Nice, Mike. Good to know. I have a tool actually for that too that has a small little stub blade on it. I could have used that, but I always go for the pocket knife first. All right. Well, installation instructions. We will build based off of what we see here. So let's see here. We got naming the parts, the parameters, all that. So let's go to page 6 here, which starts the installation. Pictures don't look too terrible. I know some of you guys have already built one of these, or if you plan to build one of these, great. My guess is it'll be like a 2-hour thing. We'll go ahead and set the instructions right here. That way we can have something to follow along with. But while we do that, let's open the box and get all the parts laid out, shall we? Foam. It's back there now. Sitting on top, all willy-nilly, not nice and neat, is our heat bed, which, again, you got that lovely, actually, we'll go right here. You can probably see it okay, maybe. Okay. There's your plug, your connector for the heat bed. So we'll lay this out now. We got a couple dozen bags of parts here. Wow, let's just throw these off to the side for the moment, and we'll, I guess, find them as we need them, huh? Scoot that down. Accessory kit. I retract my previous statement and add that this will be a 12 to 14 hour build. So hopefully you stick around, and if you do, great. If you don't, well, have a great day. Another accessory parts kit. Yeah, I'll say accessory parts kit. One US style plug. I'm not sure what this bag is actually doing here. It's my assumption is if we were to do this, it still doesn't cover the power supply or the power plug, but okay. Plug. Good to have one of those. Not exactly sure what, like, my role of Jesse would may fit on there. I can probably make a roll of Jesse fit on that. That just seems a lot smaller, and after holding it up to the roll of film, and it looks like it is not as small as I thought. Insert haha funny joke there. All right, we have one installation parts kit. I am going to use said installation parts kit to the best of my ability. And if we find that this isn't the right thing to do, or this isn't working, then I will probably switch over to my iFixit kit. But we will attempt to use this and see how far that gets us. We'll put that over here. We have our power adapter switch. Power adapter and switch. We'll put that with the power cord. I mean, that would probably make sense, right? Another piece of the, go this way, there we go. Another part of the spool holder. So there you go. Accessory kit number 8. I should probably put these in order. I see that there are numbers on those, huh? That's accessory kit 1, 2, there's 5, there's 4 and 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. Look at that. Start putting these together in some kind of an organized manner so that when I need to find them, it might be a little easier to do, huh? Oh, Marcel. All right. Rubber feet. It's a good thing I know what these are. They're just thrown in there. If I was somebody who had no idea what a 3D printer was, I might be like, what are these funny looking rubber things? Our bearings, just so you guys can see. Ta-da, bearing. We'll lay these all out here nice and purty. There we go. What else do we got? 2 more. Okay, lots of bearings. And then, this would be for our heat bed. I'm almost betting you. However, it's not marked. Good thing the pictures are right, huh? Yeah, and again, for $189 on their website, it is a good buy. If you want to support me, get it off Amazon. Use the affiliate link. Thank you. Again, piece of foam. Back there with one of them. Oh, no, came all the way back over here now. Okay, we have our, oh, first things first, we have our belt and some zip ties. So belt and zip ties. What package number is that one? 7. Okay, 7's going there. This one is just your loom, your wire loom, zip ties, and a couple of those lovely little clamps and clips to hold everything together. So there you go. We'll tear into a little bit more later as we need it. For right now, we'll put it back over there. They must have known my size. They sent me a whole bag of them. So, you know, it's kind of depressing. Anyway, little finger condoms if you need them. Just letting you guys know, finger condoms are here. Yes, Lacey, you and Zach need to do a stream of you building. Get enough loom for like the next 5 printers. Well, thank you, Aaron. I would think you would know you have built, you have not built one of these, or you don't have one of these, I should say, but you have designed parts for these. For those who don't know, Ultra Magnus, the one that Mr. Fugatech Shane himself built, the designed parts and all that were done in conjunction with Mr. Aaron there. Mr. Aaron did pretty much all the design, and then Shane did the printing and the recommendation for changes, and then Aaron made changes, and then Shane printed the parts and built Ultra Magnus. So if you're interested, I should actually have gotten a link for it. Aaron, I think you have like rights here. Why don't you go grab your Thingiverse link and drop it in case anybody thinks they want to get one of these, and then maybe they want to do the Ultra Magnus upgrade, they can go get that. So if you want, man, drop the link. I think you can do that. And if not, if any of my other admins are here, please assist while I'm doing this. And of course, we have an amazing sample of their gorgeous silky PLA. And of course, they send silk because if there's one thing we've all learned, silk prints just way too easy and looks way too good, even if it is crap. So we won't be using that. We have a USB flash with SD card in there, as well as a replacement little barrel fuse. Look at that. Little glass barrel fuse. Dr. Jekyll, because the Makes channel is there, but this channel's got more followers, so it's easier for people to find this. So I just figure I'll do this over here. Kind of doing everything kind of off this channel right now. I'm going to go through and start organizing some of the old videos and whatnot. But again, you know, thanks for being here. Back into it, accessory kit number, I'm assuming that's supposed to be a 6. Kind of looks like an 8 as well, but that is definitely an 8. So this is accessory parts kit number 6. This is end stop switches and some wires, and it looks like a bracket for mounting. So we'll put that there. Now we can move that over there. Again, these are motor wires. If you want to know how I know, it's quite easy. If you've put together a printer in the past, you understand the red, blue, green, black is a majority of the time meant for motor wires. So that's what this looks to be to me, and I'm pretty sure it is. So we'll stick those right there. We have another one here. This one is our, according to this, it says bed. I think it says bed thermistor. Yeah, bed thermistor. And then the other one, so this is our one for our heat bed, the one for the heated bed, because there's the plug that will connect to it. So we'll put that out here. Now, I call it a hunch, but I think this is the display. LCD screen. I guess I should have just flipped it over, huh? Thought I'd just been smart. It says LCD screen there, and then it says, you know, J3 LCD screen, so there's that. Ribbon cables for said LCD screen. We've got what looks to be for our Z. We have our Z, our Z slash X. So there you go. There's those. So we can set these down now. There's no stickers to indicate, but I think you can figure that out, you know. Oh, Aaron, thank you for getting that one in there for me, buddy. Thank you. I'm going to have to stand up here, guys. So let's lift this up so you guys aren't staring at maybe a less than ideal view of this. We're just starting here. Jeepers. Okay, we have our controller board enclosure. That may be something that I upgrade later. I'm not tearing into it. I'm not tearing this apart. We're not doing a breakdown and then rebuild. We're just doing a build. I'm just going to let you guys know that from what I can see, this is the Anet V1.7. So it is a 1.7 board in there. So that's good to hear. I should really be sliding all these parts down so I can build right here where you guys can see better, but we'll make do. Let's see. The next thing is a lot of here. See all this? It's a lot of little plastic strand, like, you know, wonderful, right? Where's my garbage? There it is. Okay. Anyway, we have our amazing, you know, it was a Sopador power supply, and that was pretty sweet. There is a small piece of something solid and black that just came out of there that was rattling around. Sounds like that's going to be a big winner, you know. But yeah, so we'll see just what kind of issues we experience with that little oopsie, right? Anyway, here's our bracket and power supply itself. We'll see if we catch on fire today. Remember, guys, 911. Just call them and tell them you're watching some idiot on the internet and he just went up in flames. All right. We have ourselves one hot end with the lovely little everything on there. And of course, step motor. No real brand name, just step motor. So that's good. Good motors, I can tell already. Oh, look, here's a whole spot full of step motors. Let's see what we got. Oh, some more of that lovely little fur, the little hairs there. And again, yet another step motor. This one indicates that it's a Z. Also, that kind of helps to tell you it's a Z. Let's set these up here in the back. One motor. The Y motor. Why? Because that's what it says on it. The other Z motor, and our X, and all of them got these weird little fuzzies all over them. So there is that. Should probably pick up my voice a little bit, huh? Can I probably go hard? All right. All the linear rods and the lead screws, all nice and neatly packaged, of course. And these say X-axis across the two of them. I don't know if that's actually what it means, that these are actually both the X, but there's a sticker that says it is. Y-axis. Look at that. One random one with no sticker on it. Bet we can guess what that's for. And let go. Here is our Z-axis 500s. Now, okay. Nothing else. So, first things first, let's get this out of the way. No, I'm not going to throw it. Yes, I'm going to pick up. There we go. All right. So, Sean, what's going on, good sir? How are things down south there in sunny Florida? As you can see here, I'm building a printer so that this way I can make some parts for you there, buddy. And oddly enough, a printer showed up yesterday that was capable of doing that too, that I didn't know was coming. My good buddy Sergio, everybody knows him as HVAC A to Z. He sent me a CR10S actually, and I did get it together, but I did not get a successful print off of it yet. There's some fine tuning, but this was the potential project for today, so I figured I'm going to go ahead and build this thing. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and get started. Again, the spread, the layout, there are a lot of parts. Let's just kind of crack into this thing and see what happens, shall we? I'm going to move some stuff real quick to this end down here because I want to stay a little bit closer to this stuff here. Microphone's right there. My octopus named Mike, for those of you guys who are wondering what I'm talking about. There's my Mike. It's got one of the little wiggly leg octopuses on it. And so I named him Mike since he's watching the mic, you know. But here we go. So let's move some stuff and then get started building, shall we? First things first, we're going to need this stuff. So we'll move this stuff over here. That guy can stay there. Let's move this stuff down here. It's nice having all this space to work with. You know what I mean, guys? Really nice. Just, like I said, just want to give myself some room. Okay. I think we can work with this. If we need to move more, we will. Yeah, Thorpe. Nope, I was ahead of you. You guys got to remember, little delay between me and you guys. So you're timing me, says Miss Lacey. Okay, well, I already said it's going to be like a 12-hour build. So we got time. Hopefully it's not a 12-hour build because I've got about 3.5 hours and I got to leave. So hopefully it'll at least be built in the next 3.5 hours. I'm really hoping I can do that. Being as this isn't the first printer, I hope I can get this done in 3.5 hours, 3 hours. All right, maybe. Oh, another set of these beautiful clippers with the lovely light blue handle that this part wears away real quick. A lot of you guys know these parts right here wear off real fast, and then the metal comes through the bottom. Clippers are out. I like this, man. I don't know how good it's going to be, but that's not a... Oh, look at that. Fancy. Anet. You get an A+ for that one, buddy. You guys get an A+ for this. See? Got the little... You hold it back. You can adjust the length of it. Do it this way for you. See? It locks into place. Push down. So, kudos for that. That's some good stuff. I mean, it's, you know, it's tools. Woohoo! But still, you know. Aaron, thank you, sir. But it always happens. There's always one person in the crowd who hits that thumbs down, Thorpe. Not going to name names or nothing. Thorpe. And then, of course, a small little ruler, nice clear ruler that you guys can kind of see better when I do this. You can see it when it distorts. So, little ruler, 6 inches or 15 centimeters, so 150 millimeters for those of us who do 3D printing stuff. All right, before assembly. After assembly. No, so it's just a picture of what it looks like before and then what it looks like after, and then you just kind of make it happen. So, for those of you who don't I didn't see this already, I'll show this up here real quick for you. And I apologize, there's no amazing light, but there you go. See, there's a before picture and an after picture. So as we start, we'll start with, it says your X aluminum extrusion profile is 472 millimeters, quantity 2. Your Y is 422 millimeters. There's 2 of those. You got your end caps, environmentally friendly rubber washer or pillar washer. There we go. And then your M5 by 25 hexagon socket screws, 12. So, all right, let's find our screw kit real quick. Let's get this opened up, shall we? There we go. One bag properly filed. These are the M36 and M310. We don't need those, obviously. Oh, I got to move Thorpe's. Thorpe, I'll be sending these to you, buddy. Don't you worry. I got you, buddy. I got you. I'll send you those. It's nice of them to think about you like that. All right. We got our M4 T-nuts. We have our bag of M4 by 6s. We have our bag of M4 by 8s. We have our bed screws. So we'll set this off to the side. Won't need that just yet. Then we have our M3 by 6s and our M3 by, I have no clue. There's 1 in there, it says. So, oh, it's the nut. It doesn't say nut, though. It says something that I can't read. It's not total ignorance. It's just total honesty. I don't know if you guys can see that. Probably not. That's okay. Put that there. And our M4 by 10s, M2.3 by 12, and our M4 by 4. Put those there. And here is our lovely bag of M3 by 25s, M5 by 20s, and M5 by 30s. So, in here is some of what we need. Which is funny, because I see no... Huh. Isn't that nice? This is my bag of hardware, and it says in the instructions that I need M5 by 25s. The bag says M5 by 20 and M5 by 30. No M5 by 25. Anet fixed that. This product's been on the market for quite some time, so you should really fix that, because I'm assuming you're telling me because of the amount of screws we have here that it's telling me I need 12 of the M5 by 25s. I have 16 of the M5 by 20s. So my guess, I need to use the 20s, which means I'm 5 millimeters short, which means it will bite, but not bite to what the instructions say it should when it goes into the next piece. Okay. We will do this. Fingers crossed. Dump all those out on the table here. Make a nice little mess, shall we? M5 by 20s. Let's get these separated real quick. Patience, by the way, guys, is a virtue when building printers, and we all know that. We've all been down this road. I'm going to make myself a nice little spot here for the right screws. 3D printer building is a patience game. If you don't have patience, don't build a printer. If you think you can build a printer, ask yourself if you can sit in a room with a screaming child for 4 hours and not get up and leave the room. If you can do that, you can build a printer, especially one like this. Online instructions do say use the 20s. Okay, thank you, Mr. Aaron. I'm going based off the book. I want to do it like it would be for anybody who buys one, and they do that. So already I find a flaw. I know that everyone should know to go to the internet and find the latest and greatest, but at the same time, I want to do this based on someone with a little bit of ignorance towards the whole like 3D printing community and not knowing anything and not going there. So we're building it based off the instructions. The instructions are wrong, and they should fix that. And I think we can all agree that that is correct. They should fix that. Get my little Allens over here ready to go because we're going to need some soon. Okay. So it says, again, we need to grab the X's. Here's our two X's. And it says the Y. Interestingly enough, Y extrusion 422. There it is. So let's just go ahead and use the properly or the supplied cutting utensil. Garbage. So our two Y's. And I was just trying to grab it. Ah, well. Now it leaves a lovely little bit of sticker residue on there. See if we can get this off real quick, just because we're here at this part, you know. Why would you ever want to grab your ex's, old curmudgeon asks? Haha, funny. I prefer not to. Kind of the reason why they are who they are. But again, by the way, if you guys can hear the background music, let me know. Again, I'm not worried because this is all royalty-free stuff, so I'm good to play. Oh, wow. Big old bunch of the cellophane strings again. Okay. There we go. Now, looks like this is a fairly straightforward and fairly kind of simple thing. It basically shows in the instructions that we take one of these and put it behind one of these and put it in front. I'm going to move these over here. There we go. So there's the behind. These two would go like this. These two would go like this. The only thing I'm curious of is okay. So when assembling it, it does say it. It does say it. It tells you there's a longer section and a shorter section. This is the shorter section here. This is the longer section. There's a set of bolt holes in the rod or in the rail. See your extrusion. You've got a shorter section and a longer section. And according to this, the longer section faces you afterwards. So we turn this around. And the other thing it doesn't tell you, and I guess it really doesn't matter at this point, is going to be that it does actually matter at this point. And I don't know why it doesn't say this, but what you got to remember is you're going to be putting screws through the bottom of this. I'm going to give you the heads up now. We're not going to like try and shoot somebody wrong down the road. Like I'm going to catch the errors now so you don't have to go back and go, damn it. Or I'm going to try to catch the errors now. But what it is these got a nice little recessed hole on one side, but not on the other. Because when you're putting your screws in here to bolt your gantry or your Z on, you're going to need to sink these screws in. So please make sure that when you are doing this, you have it laying on the table as though it's going to basically be sitting down on the table this way. Make sure that you put those with the holes down. So again, the bigger hole, the widened hole for the screw head is facing down, along with the feet when you put the feet up. So just want to help you guys before it becomes an issue down the road. And you're like, damn it. And then you got to take everything off and flip it over and twist things around. And yeah, so hopefully you guys caught that before this, if you were watching this after the fact, which would be weird that you bought one, built one, and then got a hold of me. Sergio, Mr. HVAC A to Z. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for the CR10S. We're building the Anet that I actually bought a couple of days ago and did not know that you had sent me the CR10S. So we're building this now. But thank you for the CR10S. I have some tweaking and things to do. I'm not familiar with the Chimera, so I have to get used to a Chimera hot end, which thank you for keeping that on there. And if you want it back, let me know. I'll send it back to you. I understand completely. But back to this. Sorry, guys. Make sure that the little recess for the screw heads are facing down when you do this part. So, and again, shorts to the back, longs to the front. Polymate Paul, thank you for popping in, man. Awesome. Stick around as much as you can. Have some fun. You ordered a printer from your Hot Weeks win? Nice. Awesome. Congrats, man. All right. Sorry, back to this, guys. So again, according to the instructions, the long is facing forward, that is facing back. It just says, it does not say anything in here about making sure that those holes are down. I want to read to you guys real quick the one part in here where it says anything about this. It says, the y-axis is separated by hole position. The front section is the long, the rear section is the short. And that's all it says. And it does show when assembled, the feet do go on during this step. So if you don't know what you don't know, you're going to screw it up if you don't know. So Anet, fix that. That's not fair to people that you're taking their money to make them go through the whole step and then start over again. So, wow. Okay. Weird. Their little Allen that they include has a bit of a taper on that end. I had to actually fight that in there. Like, look at this. Holy hell. So it's got a smashed tapered end on it. So be careful with that. Victor, hello. But let's go ahead and get these started, shall we? I'll try and put this up here, and I'll try to work more in the camera's view here. Get it started just a little bit. Don't want to tighten these up yet. Just get them kind of snug a little bit. There's one. This part's going to take a while. It's going to be boring, and I do apologize. So I will try to entertain you guys while I'm doing this. But let's see here. What do we got? What do we got here? Hey, Al, what's you got? There are naysayers about it. You are correct, Al. There are a lot of people who still insist that the A8 Plus is a fire starter, which some people have been finding out that they still, in certain versions of their firmware, even with the Anet A8 Plus, they still did not enable thermal runaway. Big no-no. In today's world, the fire starting option should be turned off on all printers. There's no reason for it anymore. The excuse of, oh, we're using a older firmware, that's kind of a ridiculous statement. I'm tired of hearing it myself. I know a lot of us in the community are tired of hearing, oh, it's an older version of the firmware that we're using. No, it's not. It's just pure laziness on your part, because there's no reason the 5 seconds it would take to edit the firmware, make that change, save said firmware, and then just start pushing it out and deleting the old firmware so it's not accidentally used. That is a heaping helping. Okay, now I'm going to swing that around. And there we go. Yep. Get the other side started here. Yep. Oh, yes. I need to point out, too, that the same little notches and cutouts are on here as well. So if you try to put it in, like I wasn't paying attention, it just did, you may run into an issue where you can't get the screw head all the way. And that's what I was talking about on the other side as well. So just make sure that when you're putting your screws in, they do go through the little recessed area that's been kind of milled out in the extrusions. Sorry, even I, not paying attention, can overlook that, and I'm not the smartest of men either. So never claim to be, don't claim to be, don't want to be. I've got a UPS package that's supposed to be showing up with some more stickers, because I know everybody loves their stickers. Plus, it's a nice little added extra. What the heck is FedEx doing here? I didn't order anything FedEx. Did you guys send me something FedEx? unless they're not coming here. Knowing my kid, though, he was probably one of my kids ordered something. Love my kids, but man, do they order stuff, man. And we didn't have that luxury when we were younger, did we? The ability to just order things. We had to get a hold of mom and dad, and mom and dad had to order it for us. We didn't have that. Now, these little heathens, they can go into any store, put money down on a debit card, on a prepaid debit card, go on Amazon or whatever, buy it, and boom, it shows up at the house. You know what I mean? Like, you know, there you go. Should have called the upgrade Red Alert Heat Wave or Inferno. Yeah, that would have been kind of cool too. But Ultra Magnus is awesome. I like for what this thing goes from to, it's a hell of an upgrade. And I'm sure at some point it will be happening to this. Right now, I'm just going straight out the box stock, getting it fired up, and I want to run off some prints and then get some stuff sent off to my buddy Sean, who is currently here in chat. He has got me printing that even on this big ass bed. And yes, again, to forewarn, I do use sentence enhancers occasionally. They will slide out, slip out. So again, you've been warned again. So that's 3 times now you've been warned. But he's got some parts he wants printed, some battery cell holders, and they're quite large. If anybody's wondering, I have not tightened. I'm just giving them a quick little snug. I'll go back around after I know everything is good and squared up enough. Then I will go in and give them all a final tighten after the fact. But back to my buddy Sean, he wants these battery holders. And on my ender, they were going edge to edge. And I was running into some, issues when you get all the way out to the end when you print. Not all beds are nice like that. Let's see. Okay, there's that done. Now I put the feet on, which means we flip it over. Again, spot milled out. That's your bottom. The holes. Does that go all the way through? It does not. Wow. And it's on the right piece too. So that's another way you're going to be able to tell, I guess. That's their way of telling you without telling you is there's only a hole on the one side for the screws to go into. So looking at that, I kind of get now where they're coming from, I guess. But it still wouldn't hurt to tell you that. You know what I mean? God. There is a nice bit of melted rubber in there. Got that out of there. Whew. Let's see. It only tells me that I need 1 screw for this whole thing, 12 of them. And I did 2, 4, 6, 8. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 more is going to make 12. Look at me mathing. So anyway, let me do this. Let me move this camera down a little bit. I am realizing that a lot of what I'm doing is more in this area here. So let's move this down to about there. There we go. Look at that. Much better. See, if I work right in here. Oh, if I move the chat to the other side, that would be even better too, huh? Maybe I should do that. Move that chat over. Put you guys on the other side. Oh, by the way, just so you guys know, if you use that Stream Elements link down there for tips, your name pops up. If you're not a subscriber and you subscribe, your name pops up. If I had super chats, your name would pop up. If I had membership option, your name would pop up if you were so inclined to do so. These I am going to tighten down just because they're feet. They don't really need to be adjusted. It's one option. Make it stick. So, but yeah. Yes, old curmudgeon mathing sucks. I'm not going to lie. I agree. So, again, though, the fun part. This would be where if one of these manufacturers wanted to spring, and even I'm almost betting you, if they could go and get one of those cheaper knockoff versions of like the iFixit kit and just have it set up with just the tools you need. So a driver similar to this, but with all the different bits that you would need for assembly. I almost guarantee you that a lot of us would not complain as much about the price premium that they would pay for something like that. Like if I opened up the box, I was like, why does it cost an extra $5? You know what I mean? Like, why is this $5 more than its competitor? And then you realize when you open it up, you have a nice little kind of like machine specific iFixit kit, or not even iFixit, but one of the knockoff brands. That would probably be a nice option. Not telling anybody how to do their job, but if you want to make the community happy, give us that. Mike 3DP, what's up, man? How you doing today? SPC 3D Steve, what's going on? Again, I'm going to kind of run back through here. We got Aaron's here, Dr. Jekyll's here. Who else is all here? We got Cindium 87, Mr. Thorpe, Amanda, I know I saw you. Sean, I know I saw you. Old Curmudgeon, I definitely know you're here. And to the other 21 people who are hanging out with me on a Friday afternoon. Why aren't you guys at work? I know. Same can be said for me, right? Why aren't I at work? Well, Good Friday. For those of you who aren't religious, that's fine. For those of you who don't know what it is, it's a observation before Easter, which again, if you're not religious, that's fine. But I work at a school, as well as now I'm doing DB3D Media LLC, which is an official business that my wife and I own and run and operate out of this crazy little cave dungeon office that I have here. Good things will be coming in the future. For right now, things like this, the streams, things like that are all part of the business. So doing this right here, this is a business thing. So I'm building a printer, and you guys are hanging out and checking it out. Printer was bought for the business by the business. So again, business stuff. All right. Now this is done. I just want to show you guys. There we go. We have a frame piece. This is the bottom. Again, according to this, let's see. There you go. It's not teeter-tottery. So that's good. That being said, I want to make sure these are kind of flushed up a little bit. I will, again, tighten them once I get the gantry on it and get it all brought together. I will go back through and make sure everything's got a nice tighten on it. But this, according to the step 2, is now getting set aside for a moment. We need to build the rods. This is the part that Mr. Aaron is just dying to see if I will break the 3D printed plastic parts and get hit in the face. So he is ready for this part. But this, though, it says I need the 2 Y rods, which are 410 millimeters, the linear bearing kit. Then it says the leading rod fixed block. There are 3 of those. Leading rod limit switch mount block with pulley, 1 of those. And then the limit pulley or limit switch without pulley, 1 of those. And then the self-tapping screw, there are 2 of those. So here's our rods and everything. Let's get this opened up. Don't get out much anymore, says Al. Hey, well, thanks for coming and hanging out, man. Yes. Sergio says he's taking his sister to get her second shot. Well, congratulations. I'm glad she's one of the few that have stepped up and done that. I got both of my shots the end of February, so over a month now was my second shot. And other than the fact that I got sick both days, like the day after both shots, but then was fine about 48 hours later. I didn't really have too many issues, the same issue everybody does. The arm, reminder to move the arm a lot. I don't know if with the first shot she did or not, but they do say to keep the arm moving, keep everything going. It kind of helps with the tightness and the pain afterwards. So that's why I walked around like a goofball all day doing the chicken wing, you know. But anyway, sorry, back to these. Again, it did say that I need the 422 millimeter rods. The funny part is I am seeing all these rods none of which say 422 millimeters, and they don't give you a way to measure 422 millimeters except for that tiny little guy. However, I'll give you a tip, if you don't know. Let's pull this guy back up on the table for a minute. Those rods need to go from right here to right here. So obviously the rod needs to be long enough to get from point A to point B. So since we know that the build volume of this is a 300 by 300 by 400 tall, my guess is it's not going to be the really long rods, because those are going to be used to go on the 400. And when you look at these rods, they still stick way over. So I wonder if those rods would work. Those seem to be a little short. My guess, though, is it's going to be these guys. You want to know why? Because the longer rods are going to go across for your X and also on the Z. And if you really want to get crazy, let's take a look here. So that puts us at 15. That puts us at 30, or 300, I guess would be the proper. And then that stops at another 134. So 134 it says here. Interesting. So it should be, yeah, that's right. It's these guys. So we need these two. I, again, don't math well, but yeah, it is these guys. So that being said, we'll set these two off to the side for a moment. Then we will move this back off the table. Set it back off to the side. And then we'll just, for the sake of crazy, we'll rewrap these, and I'm going to set them actually over here, off to the side. So in a minute when I'm like, where the hell did I put those? You guys can say, look at the computer. And I'll go, oh, yeah. So, what do we got going on? I see a little conversation here. I'm kind of curious. So, Mr. Thorpe and Mr. Aaron are having a chat. So we'll let them chat it out. While they chat it out, I am going to continue on here. So again, we need these two. We need, according to the picture and the image there, or the log, we need 4 of those. We also need our, let's see here. Oh, the one thing I didn't do is I didn't put the covers on the ends of the 2020 extrusion in the first step. My bad. So we'll set them off to the side, and we'll put those on here in just a moment. I know some of you are probably cringing because I did not do that. So we'll put them right here. So off to the side. Move this stuff over here. Oh, I got a kid coming in. Hold on a second, guys. Give me 1 second to mute this real quick. I got to hit mute. Hold on 1 second, kiddo. Hold on. Okay. Thank you. Build tag. Oh, it's my scraper. Sweet.
It's for Geely.
Yeah, it's for Geely. Yep.
I don't know why scrapers are red, but they are.
Okay. Well, thank you, kid.
Yep. Noni's here, by the way.
That's fine. Which Noni? Your Noni Rose.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's fine. I'm out here streaming. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, my daughter brought in my item that I won. I won a giveaway. Tim, Do It Tim. He had a little giveaway the other night, and I won something. And also I got some more stickers. So just set that off to the side. That explains the package. I wasn't sure what it was. But anyway. Not muted, but we won't say something. Nothing. Okay, that's fine. I'm unmuted now, so it doesn't matter. Where were we at? Oh yeah, sorry. Got that. Then we need to get into, where are they? Oh yeah, right here in front of my face. Duh. So then there's these 4 parts. one of which has, these are the 3D printed parts that Mr. Aaron is pretty certain will destroy themselves on me. That has the switch on it. The other 3 do not. So, that being said, 1 rod, 1 bearing. Put bearing on rod. This part here, gentlemen and ladies, make sure you go in slow. You don't want to knock one of them bearings loose or off. Some people would say make sure you pack the bearings with grease first, but I'm going to live dangerous because it doesn't say to do so. And again, we're building it in accordance with the instructions. And the instructions say just to put it together. Doesn't say to grease it. Didn't include any grease. So here we go. There's 1 done. Well, 1 with a set of bearings on. Again, try to remember to push the rod through as straight as you can to the bearing so that it does not potentially knock any of the bearings loose or pop them out. Would not be a good day. And there we go. Okay. Those are on. Now it says to put these on. Now this is the part where it breaks for some people. Ooh. And I'm one of those people. Look at that. It split and cracked. So one of the first things I got to do now is print another one. It is a good thing I have other 3D printers to make those. And I should have done it before, and I did not. So we definitely won't be getting a print out of this today, but I will continue on with the build. Anet, please use a little bit of quality control here and actually have your guys clean that out a little bit better if you're going to use it. So I was kind of hoping, Aaron, it wouldn't be the case. So let's see how many more I can break along the way. Oh, wait, that one right in. So that being said, Anet, that's a you issue, not a me issue. I, as a customer, would be angry, box this back up and drop it off at my local drop-off and request a new one. All over one stupid 3D printed part that broke. But because I'm a guy in the community who knows the 3D printers, we'll see if I can break this one too now, because it's got to go in. Okay. That one is in. Did not break. And again, you don't have anything in the instructions telling people to make sure to clean debris out of the hole. And if I'm building this based off your instructions, you need to fix that. And since I'm going to reprint the parts and I'm going to use Aaron's awesome parts for Ultra Magnus, now how is it that one fought me harder than the other one, but the other one broke? And I went straight down. Makes no sense, but surprise, right? So Aaron, thank you for making some awesome parts. I will definitely be, like I said, printing yours after the fact, and then we will get those on there. I also like yours because yours are a 2-part piece, which is pretty freaking sweet as far as I'm concerned. The slip over and slide lock is kind of nice. So, but yeah, bit frustrating there. They could have just really cheaped out and did a like other manufacturers do and just use the zip tie to hold it down method, which would have worked, I think, better than a 3D printed part that was just going to break after a small amount of force was used to slide the rod into place. So anyway, we will be printing those parts and getting them on here a little later. I don't want to mess with the stream. Otherwise, I'd probably have gotten them fired up while we were doing this, but we'll come back to this later. I'll get pictures, put them on my Twitter. Link for the Twitter is down there, so you can go check it out. All right. Anyway, there's that, and that. We need to get one of the limit switches, where are my limit switches? See, the sad part is it just tells me that I need KB 2.3 self-tapping screws and limit switch without pulley. So we'll open up our accessory kit number 6, which you would think they could at least put that in here saying go into accessory kit number 6, considering they put it on the bag. You know? Yeah, and Aaron, you are correct. I mean, that part right now with all the other injection molded stuff that they've got, that should just be a part that they injection mold too, then, if that's going to be the case. Either 3D print everything or injection mold. Pick one or the other. If you're going to try and stick with a 3D printer, then use as many 3D printed parts as you can. If you're going to try and do something where you're going to start trying to be more, fast to the punch, you need injection molding. Additive manufacturing, 3D printing is not a speed thing. That's kind of why there's such a delay on the Prusa, the Prusa stuff, because they have so many parts they have to 3D print. That's why they have so many printers in the farm. But anyway, it says I need one of the clicky switches without the pulley. So there we go. So we'll take this one and that bracket and the one with the pulley and move them out of the way. Now let's go ahead and look through all these wires and find the one that I'm sure probably says switch A, Z limit switch. That one says Y limit switch. And what's that one say? That one just says X limit switch. Well, it's not the X, and it's not the Z, and it's not the power wire. So, gee, I wonder. Oh, that's the Z one. Whoops, my bad. Let's get rid of that. Where's the Y? There's we go. Is that Y? Y. Why? Because I said so. Okay. There we go. Now, it's not saying to put the wires on yet, so we'll leave the wires to the side just for now. We'll come back and wire it later, I'm quite certain of that. Okay. I'm going to turn these this way. We're going to go into this bag here that has our 2.3, the 2.3 screws. And because I don't want to mix anything up, I'm going to try to get out just the screws I need and put back the rest, because I've already got the main screws out on the table here. So there's one. That's a grub screw. We'll put that back. Some of us would probably get a little more neat and organized here and put these out into, like, pour it out on a piece of paper, make a nice little grid, make a nice little magnetic strip, and hope they're all magnetic. Okay. According to this, it shows the screw. Okay. It does kind of show. Yeah, it shows a screw or the switch with the top part of the lever here. The top part closest to the rod. So there's the rod. Remove this. There's the rod. There's the spot where it mounts. And they want it with that facing closest to it, which puts it right up on the rod, but it's what it says to do. That's what we're going to do. Here we go. Got it right in the hole. Look at that. First try. There we go. And the next one. Oh, look at that. First try. 2 for 2. I'm going to buy me a lottery ticket. Let's see. There's that. There's that. Snugged up. Still clicky clicky. There we go. That part is now done. The next part is saying to join the rails to the frame. So we'll move this back over here. Take our accessory kit bag here and throw that one away. Let's move these off to the side for a moment. Bring our frame back up onto the table. And again, according to this, we want the switch to be, it doesn't say. Interestingly enough, it does not say, but according to the picture I see, it is showing. Okay, X front, X rear, after assembly. Okay, so it is showing it. All right, it's just in a weird spot. It's not with the actual, this is where you install it. It's in the previous set of instructions before you actually get to this step, which is weird that they would put that there. Oh, and again, for those of you who might be triggered, here we go. Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay, that one's in. Let's get this one in there. There we go. Hopefully everybody is going to have a good weekend. I hope you guys do. The weekend is sometimes hectic and crazy with all the running around with family and whatnot for those who do and celebrate. For those who don't, a lot of you guys work through it. Good for you. Stay employed. All right. Now we're going to pick these up and move them over. That one there. This one over here. And Aaron, yes, I am going to actually put the screws in to mount it down even though it's broken. Oh, the boss is talking. Got to talk to the boss, guys. She's a silly gal. She'll pay attention, but that's okay. Anyway, yes, again, Aaron, like I said, I am going to actually go ahead and assemble that. All right. Which screws does it say we need for this part now? We need the M4 by 25s, which we have the M4 by 25, right? Yeah, M4 by 25. M4 by 10. Where's my M4 by 25s? Yep, M4 by 25, 8 of them. We're going to dump these out over here for a minute so we don't mix parts. Okay. Okay. So M4 by 30, 25, 25, 25. That's a 30. That's a 30. That's 30. Here are my M4 by 25s. Put them right in the middle. Put all those over there for right now. And these are Phillips head screws. That whole like pick a type and stick with it kind of a thing. You know, kind of comes to play here. Okay. Oh, how boring or how bored are you guys? You know what I mean? You guys are watching me. Just so you guys know, I mean, if you guys want something fun and exciting to have happen, hit that Stream Elements tip thing and throw a few bucks at me and make something flash up on the screen. Hit PayPal. That actually PayPal is nicer because they don't take money. But I don't argue either way. Any way you guys want to do it, feel free to do so. Not going to ask you to, or I shouldn't say I'm not going to ask you to. I did ask, but I'm not going to tell you to. Let's move this here. All right. Having a moment, guys. I do apologize. Cheapers. I'm having a day today. I do apologize, guys. Okay. That being said and done now, let's move on. Already over an hour. You are correct, Mr. Thorpe, but I did spend about 10 minutes talking, so we're at about an hour. I guess you probably want me to hurry up, huh? Because you're getting impatient. Like I said, I'm not going to be able to print today because I have to, well, not today, but maybe later today I'll have it printing. Right now I got to finish assembly and then fire up one of my other printers to print the parts that need to be replaced. But I want to get the assembly done. I'm not going to just call it here and say I'm done because the parts that need to be replaced can be replaced while it's assembled. You know, one at a time, take them out, swap them out, use the more awesome parts that Mr. Aaron made for Ultra Magnus. I'm sure the next iteration, instead of being like Ultra Magnus V2, will be like Inferno or something like that. Wow. That's always good, right? So it's always good when you go to screw the part in and the screw goes in at an angle because the part's not done properly, right? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's always fun. Anet, please, for the love of God, or anything, I don't care. Pick your choice in words there, but please. There we go. A little bit better quality control on those 3D printed parts, you know? Cross threads are better than no threads. No, Aaron, I got it to go down straight. I just had to kind of finesse and wiggle a little bit. All right. There was no need to cross thread. I did get it. There we go. This side, however, watch this. Oh, do you see? No, you didn't. The chat was in the way. Look. So Anet. No. There is a alternative for those of you who break it, who are maybe this is your first one. Oh, Thorpe, thanks. You can probably get away with sticking a zip tie under here and through the other side. If you use a small enough one, pull it over to zip tie and hold down on that. Might work. Probably just better to 3D print yourself some new ones if you have one. If you don't, that'll be a good temporary fix to get you by until you can. You can always cheat and do a zip tie over here with another one over, like looping it around to kind of help pull down on it. Or you could do Thorpe's suggestion and super glue it if you really want to. It's up to you. After all, you spent the money. It is your printer. There we go. That went better. There we go. There we go. Okay. They are on. End caps are on. And oh goodness. Oh, I know you guys can hear that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, buddy. Oh, God. These are the... Oh, I can't wait to get this thing rocking. Oh, it's going to sound so great. All right. Now it says to move on to step number 4, which is the mounting of your Y motor. So we got to get our Y motor. One motor with a letter Y. See? Why? Because it said so. Y motor. Now we need Y motor bracket. I bet you it's probably in the number 8 parts accessory kit. That's where I'm at, Batman. That's what I'm saying. Mike, at some point here, shortly after I get this put together, I will have to take it apart again. And when I do, I'm probably going to take those out and give those some grease, which, again, they are not being very nice in the instructions, and they should probably include some grease. Shane, nice to see you, sir. Thanks for pointing out the giant flaming giant flaming issue there. Okay. So it shows you a pretty picture of the parts you need, which is this guy right there. And the way they're showing it go together, they're not showing it going together in a way that you can see which way the plug should face. Oh, there we go. It does show the plug facing after all. My bad. It's just not right in your face, even though it is right in your face. So they want the plug facing so that it'll go out the back of the extrusion. And they are, again, let's see here. Fix the X, the motor plate, or fix the Y motor. Sorry, Y-axis motor. Place the fix into the center of the rear X-axis aluminum profile. So it goes in the rear. They do tell you that much. Is there actually... Yeah, nothing. Just so it's in the middle in the rear. So let's go ahead and first things first, let's see, what do we need? We need the motor, the plate. We'll put that on in the way it should go. We need the M3 by 6. We need 4 of those. And then the M4 by 8, we need 4 of those. Weird that we need 4 just to affix. But I kind of think they mean 2, but okay. So we need the M3 by 6s. So let's find our M3 by 6s. M3 by 6, there are 19. We only need 4 of them for now. So 1, 2, 3. Oops, we don't need an extra one. So put that guy back. Here we go. M3 by 6s. And then we need, it says 4. And I don't know why it says 4. I think what it means is it needs 2 of the M4 by 8 hex nut screws and 2 of the... Okay, I makes no sense. Yeah, this makes no sense because they're telling me that I need 4 of the... for step 4, we need 4 of the M4 by 8 screws, and we need, of the M4 T-nuts, we need 12. We only need 2 of each. As a person who's assembled a printer or 2 before, I can only see that we need 2 of each at the moment. So we'll do the M4 by 8s. There's a bunch of them. I'm only going to take 2 out. We'll see if I'm closer to correct than they are in their book. Put those there. And then we need our M4 by 25s. We need, or M4 T-nut screws or hammer nut. We need only 2 of those is my guess as well. We'll see if I'm right or if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, they win. But we'll put those there. Now, let's take our Allen here. And let's put our motor together. We screw the plate down to the motor. Zachary 3D Prints, what's going on, good sir? Nice to see you. And again, I'm just snugging them up for right now just to start. I'll go back here once they're all 4 in and set. I'll crank them down a little bit better. Just making sure, you know. Okay. Give them a quick tighten. Okay. There we go. And just so you guys can see that I'm not completely crazy, I do want to do this. Let's see. Can you see it okay in this camera here? There you go. So it is calling for 4 of the M3 by 6s. The M4 by 8s, it is calling for 4. And then for the M4 T-nuts, they are calling for 12. I know it says quantity, but on the bag, it does not say the same thing. So the quantity is not a justification. It's kind of weird, you know. Zachary says, nope, too small. So we'll go up here. Maybe you can see it on there. I don't know. Probably not. Nope. All right. I'm not going to sit here and hold it all day. Llama, what's going on, man? All right. So now that that's done, oh, see, step 5, 6, 7, and 8. See, we're on step 4 still. So I don't need all of what they're going to say in the future here. That's going to be as each step goes. Now we put our 2 bigger screws through. We'll get this little Allen out the way here. We'll need this guy next. Hold with your 2 fingers over the top. Hold the screws down. Flip it over. There you go. Makes life easy. Now you can start your hammer nuts. And remember, the hammer nut starts with the finish side facing you, and the ribs and the little lip go up towards. Will go up towards, kind of like that. That way you put it in right. But we give them a quick little couple of spins. This part here, when putting it into the channel or into the extrusion, what you want to do is you want to make sure they're lined up straight across. So as you slide them in, they drop right in there. Then it says to make sure they're in the middle. So this is where this little fella here is going to come into play. Our lovely little ruler. Basically measure the distance from one side to the other. We know we are at 12.4 centimeters, which is 124 millimeters, halfway between 0 and 12.4 or 24, 124. Let's see here. What's 124 cut in half? Anybody? 124 divided by 2? It's going to be 6. And yeah, I can't do that off the top of my head now. Wow, I'm having a moment. Anybody want to throw that in chat for me so I can grab that number real quick? It is a 40 millimeter bracket, so all I really need to know is that there'd be equal amounts of space on both sides of the 40 mils. Actually, it's bigger than 40, isn't it? What is it? It's 35 mils. Dadgum. 62 says everyone. Okay. We're going to kind of eyeball the center of the motor with a 62. Okay. Pretty close. We'll leave it there. Now, stand it up straight. Start riding it down in there and hope the T-nut spins. And it did. Good. Same thing on this side. Feels pretty good. We'll give it a little snug. Al going all math crazy on me and stuff. So there we go. You say 42 mil gap, huh? Dang, damn it. It won't let go. But anyway, I'll kind of ride with that. There we go. Now, let's move on to the next one. The next one, the numbers seem a little more correct. It says that we need one Y-axis belt bearing fixed kit. And then it says we need the M4x8 hexagon socket screw. We need 2 of those and then 2 of the M4s. So I kind of think their instructions are a little off on the other part as well. You know, those kinds of things do happen. Here's the kit that has the, I should have been nice during this whole thing and told you guys, like accessory kit number 5 is where you'll find the Y tensioner. So we grab this guy out. And this gets mounted on here in a way that this guy goes like this. And then they have another one here. That's kind of a neat little system. So you can adjust your pulley up and down. So you can adjust your pulley up and down. They've got one wing nut. And then on the back, they have it connected through to another wing nut to pull your tension. So you can adjust it both up and down, as well as back and forth. So that being said, though, this guy, again, line them up straight. The hammer nuts and the screws are already in this one. So it's weird that it tells me I need them, even though in my kit they were already in there. So maybe I'm going to end up with some extra parts. One can only hope, right? But anyway, we put this in here. Same thing. We want to do our 62 for the middle. Steve, you think or SPC, you think I'm going to have my toaster be my first print? It might be. Who knows? Let's see here. Boom. Okay. That should be centered-ish. Keep that there. Grab our Allen again. Did not grab. Got to loosen them up a little more. All right. Be nice to see Anet show up in the chat there so I could let them know that they need a little better quality control on their 3D printed part. There we go. All right, and give it a little snug up. There's that. There we go. Ta-da! All better. Now that part's done. On to the assembly of step 6, which is your... Oh, the boss is home, guys. Hopefully she's, if she comes in, she knows I'm streaming. I don't think she does, so she'll probably come in here, and I have to make sure I mute myself again so that you guys, can't hear the boss cussing me out. But I'm going to need time for our build, our bed plate assembly. Heated bed support. Let's see. If anybody's wondering why I'm looking up off in the distance, I have a camera so I can see what's going on. Who did my loving wife bring home with her? I'm confused. She didn't leave with somebody, so who did she bring home? Weird. Anyway, that's out of there. Now we can go ahead and grab the bed support. We've got 2 of these, 1 shelf. It tells me I need 22 of the M4x8 and 2 of the M4x14. So let's just move this momentarily. We'll put that there. Open up our build area here. Okay, we'll leave that like so. That's kind of how it needs to be. And again, according to this, I need to get bed supports, shelf there. Now we need to get, I don't know why it says 22 of the M4x8s, M4x6s, M4x8s. It says 22 of them. That's weird because I only see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 holes. So I'm going to go and take a guess. What's up, Blasto? How you doing, good sir? Nice to see you. I'm guessing, though, that I'm only going to need 6. So like last time, I was right. This time, maybe I'll be wrong, but we're going to go ahead and just take out 6 of the M4x8s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to guess. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Okay. And then it also says we need M4x14s. It says I need 2 of those. So let's find our M4x14. M4x4. Are these my M4x14s? Was that what was in this bag here? Let me kind of go back a little bit. See here. Nope. M3s and M5s. Okay. Wow. Well, we will have to see here. It says that they are cylinder head screws. Nope, those are definitely M5s. Weird, and those are quite long too. So, well, while I'm sitting here kind of peeking around rather than delaying the inevitable, let's, oh, you know what? M4x14, 2 pieces right here. Yep. That would be your cylinder head, I guess, with the very long shaft with the small thread. I'm going to go into a little camera, guys. I'm sorry. Maybe a little bit better. Kind of see it. But there's 2 of those. That's all I need. So, jam to some Mac or jam to some Mac. All right, well, let's get these guys going, shall we? Huh? I mean, talking about it ain't building it, right? Okay. There's one in. I'm going to put one on each side just to start. Okay. Okay. And there we go. And from the looks of it, there is no left and right on this. So then didn't say there was a left and right. So I think we're okay there. So we're going to just go ahead and cross our fingers and hope there's no left and right. Build a bear, Dan? You want me to build a bear like the workshop, or build a bear like, I mean, like, what are we talking about here? About like printer build a bear? I would love to build a bear. If anybody wants to throw some tips my way, we'll buy a bear and get an MK. I need to start with a Mark III or Mark III S Plus or whatever, or even like an older Prusa that I can build a bear off of. Something, that'd be nice. Or just say the hell with it, scrap the idea and build just build my own bear from parts, like source everything, like a lot of people have been doing. Source my own and build it that way. I know that's Llama's preferred way of making printers, is just buy the parts and do it yourself. Don't start with a kit and then build a different kit off of it. So maybe I'll do something like that down the road. Right now, there's that. Okay, now that that part is done and this is built, see, if I would have been paying attention, I'd see that there are more required for step 6, because now they want me to actually screw them down to the rails. But to build this part, I only needed 6. So I wasn't wrong, but I wasn't right. Now we move on to what I would consider the next step, but they don't seem to think so. They think this is all part of it. Kind of got to build something before you can attach something. So there's that. They don't need to be that far apart either, I'm seeing. So, and let's see here. The shelf portion of it is facing up. Oh, we got Mama here. The boss is in the house. Give me a second, guys. Let me hit mute real quick. Okay. So the boss left. She said, get this done. So I got to talk less and work more. So here we go. Back to the screws that we need. We need the M8x4s. So again, guys, we got to listen to the boss. She is the primary owner of said company. So again, DB3D Media, it's me, but it's her. She's the boss. Keep the boss happy. Just like in the house, same goes for the job. So building a printer, building a printer. Somebody should make a song called Building a Printer. And all I want is just, inspired by DB3D Dan. That's all I want. Just put it in the end of put it at the end. You don't have to actually like say it in the song. Just like a little note at the bottom that just says inspired by DB3D Dan. Where's Ricky Tanner? Oh. Dan talking less. I know, Thorpe. It's a funny thought. I didn't actually post a link to the Discord. I probably should have, in case any of you guys ever want to come hang out in my Discord, because if you don't find me on a stream and you wonder where I'm at, I'm usually hiding in Discord with some of the usuals, the regulars, some of my patrons, which I have 3 of now, by the way. Mr. Zach, Lacey, and Autodrop 3D Mike. Thank you, guys. They are my 3 patrons. So every month they make a small donation to help keep stupid things going, But no, I actually am hoping to do something kind of nice for all of them as my patrons here pretty soon. Send them out something kind of cool. Nothing super crazy, but still be something kind of cool. So I'm hoping that I can get that lined up here for possibly next month. And if I do get it all worked out, I will shout out to everybody and let them know what the patrons get. You'll find out if you go to my Patreon page what patrons will get. But yeah, why not, right? Discord link. Oh, thank you, Aaron. Yes. Aaron got that dropped. Thank you very much, good sir. Yeah, you guys hop in there, have fun, hang out. We usually talk about anything and everything when we go hang out in the chats in there, But feel free to join us. There's an M4 with a not really M4 head. That's kind of interesting, but okay. Well, we will make it happen. The cool part is, once this thing's all built, and because it's got a plug on the bed, which I don't know how I feel about that yet, we'll see. But all I have to do is take 2 off. I can slide the whole thing out. I can grease the bearings, replace this end, slide it back in, take the other side off, pop them out, pop the new ones on, and then screw them back down. So that's why I'm still assembling the printer, because it's not a super difficult thing to have to do to fix the busted part. And for those who don't know, I did have a break. It was a part that's notorious for breaking. And thankfully, like I said before, Aaron, aka Geared, he has designed some pretty awesome parts that I'm going to be 3D printing and putting on there. So wow, Blasto, that's crazy, man. Said you got a set of last machine, you got a set of screws that did not have threads. So that's pretty crazy. Dubbed out, what's going on? Nice to see you. Yeah, I know, Mike. I know what you're saying. There's Mike 3DP. That it sounds easy. I know what you're saying, but it shouldn't be super terrible. We'll find out for sure when we actually get into it. And when I do that part, I'll actually probably just record that, make a video of it, like a follow-up video of replacing the parts. I'm not going to necessarily do a stream for that. The builds take so damn long, and I don't want to have to keep moving camera angles and stuff like that. It's just easier to do this, kind of talk to you guys while I build. It gives me something to do. And I know that a majority of the viewers aren't going to come back and watch the build, and that's fine. I'm not expecting that. But if somebody actually does kind of want to sit through an experience and see what it's like, so that if in the future I do another one, and by say if, I mean when, when I build another one, they'll be able to, you know, see what it's going to be like, what we talk, you know, how we talk and stuff, you know, like you guys with your potty mouths, you know, there in chat. That llama's got a real potty mouth. A lot of these M4s are not liking their provided wrench. It's got the same problem the other one did, and the problem is it's on the wrong side. If there's this side, it wouldn't be so bad because then I'd have more leverage. But this side's mushroomed out, the shorter side. So I don't have that longer arm to swing without starting to kind of like Fisher popping the thread there. Not good. Again, I said it once, I'll say it again. A small little pre-built kind of iFixit style kit to help with the setup would be a lot nicer, I think, than these Allens. I think we've all kind of gotten burnt out on those. Porta potty. Porta potty llama. I'm doing this based on the kit, llama. That is the reason why you see me using these parts. Otherwise, I'd have my iFixit kit out and I'd be using that. It just happens to be that I want to build this as much out of the box as it is so that people can see what the experience is going to be like. After assembly, I got to have the 2 screws coming up through the bottom. I probably should have put those in prior to this, but the part that confuses me. Okay. There are 4 holes, just so everybody knows. There are 4 holes in the center piece here. It is saying that they come up from the bottom and they are on the right side when facing forward. So again, if you remember, the holes, the longer side is forward, the shorter side is back. You're also going to remember that because your tensioner is on the front, which is hiding behind chat, but your tensioner is here. So you're going to want to put them on the right side. So we'll get up under here. I'm going to do this the easy way. I was going to try and do it in a way that would be great, but it's not so great. We'll do this. Stand it up. The right will be down the way I lifted it. So put that one in there. Put that one in there. Whoop, maybe. Maybe we can get it to start. There we go. Okay. Screwdriver. It's Phillips head, if anybody was wondering. Gosh, these are some quality like bearings. I can just, you know, wow. Yes, Al, 4 holes. All right, those are now tight. And here, I don't know if the mic should pick this up, I hope. I cannot wait to get this thing just ripping on a print. Oh, it's going to be so great. And oddly enough, this one's broke, but it's still, this one's broke, but it still is kind of holding up with all that. See, it's broke. Zip tie, super glue, whatever. But yes. Yeah, Zachary, I agree completely. They definitely will be getting greased. I have my tube of super lube. I got to print my llama grease cap for my super lube. I can get that printed so that I can then go ahead and stick it on there and give a squeeze, pack my bearings. But they will get greased. According to the directions, it doesn't say to do that, nor do they include any. So that's why, again, I'm doing it like it is in the book. Hopefully someone from Anet will see that and we'll fix that. Next step, we need our belt, zip ties, and it's time to install. So here we go. We take the belt kit out, which is number 7. Set that down. Make a little mess there with some zip ties. Okay. Looks fairly straight. What we got to do is, let's move the zip ties out of the way here. Best to work underneath it take it back, loop it over the motor, and then you probably want to start with one. The way it works, I wish I could, but I can't, and I'm sorry. Get in a little closer, but I'll bring this up to the camera and show you how you're going to want to handle this part. Basically, let me move this over to the side. I'll set this back down. I'll show you up here close to the camera, and then we'll get at it. We'll pitter patter, get at her. Okay, so you're going to take your belt like so. You're going to loop the teeth back around, make a small little loop here that will fit over the screw head and be kind of snug. Your other option is if you make it too tight, you can always take the screw out, slide it through, and then screw it back down. There's that too. So, but what you want to do is you want to do that where the teeth lock. Come up here in a little one. Where teeth lock, and then put a zip tie around it to hold it. And you can go super crazy and make like big old loops. Have little flaps sticking off the side there. Won't hurt nothing. But let's see. There's that. Okay. What I'm going to do is set the belt back down here. Stick this up over. And then bring it together. For future reference, guys, it won't hurt anything if you make a loop to start. Probably would be best to start by making the loop. Get it started a little bit. And pull it back up around and through. Bring it together. Push your zip tie through past. And then bring it down. There we go. Take your clipper and clip it off. And then, I know it's going to be real hard to see because it's black on black from a distance away, but that won't come off of there now. Stay solid. Need a small Dan, otherwise hit the motor. Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm doing here. It stops. End switch stops. It does not make contact with the motor, Llama. I know you're worried about that. We're good. And then the fun part is, because of the way this is and the way I am, what I should have done and what I did, I didn't. So there we go. I'm going to eyeball this out because there's plenty of belt here. I'm going to eyeball this out. It's not like they short you on the amount of belt you need. Come on, untangle. All right, we'll just fish it through. I'm tired of fighting with it, right? You guys are tired of watching me fight with it. Actually, you guys are probably laughing hysterically like, way to go there, dingbat. See, DB3D, dingbat. That's Llama's, one of his favorite things to call me. But there we go. And do that. That's a bit of an interesting one, but okay. Anyway, go back through, bring it around, and same thing on this side. You just want to go ahead and start a zip tie. Get it started. Pull that together. Make sure that the teeth line up. There we go. The instructions are only showing one zip tie on each side. I know some people will double up, put 2 or 3. Good for them. I'm going to do 1 because that's what the instructions said or showed. Didn't say, just showed. So there's that gone, done. Now you got to cut the belt I would go out just a few ribs past in case you run into an issue and you need to use a second zip tie after all. Right down in between the belt. There we go. Take our remaining belt and we'll just set it over there for now. Now we can pull back on this a little bit, push back on it, pull back on it, whatever. Use our little wing nut and kind of put some tension on it. And then again, this part is kind of weird to me in the sense that it's not working like I would have thought. So I'm going to grab the Allen here. No, it's not the right one. There's a screw head on top. So I'm going to hold the wing nut and I'm going to screw it down to kind of pull this back into place. Because it's got a hell of a tilt on it. I don't really like that. But again, you know, straighten it out a little bit. We can loosen that a little bit more. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's such a healthy sound. Oh. Oh, God, I love that sound. I know you guys at home are just soaking that in. You guys ready for it? Here we go. Cutting through a piece of something, huh? Okay. Anyway, let's tighten up the old wing nut here. Oop. Nope, come on, tighten. There. Okay, let's put our broken cap back on there. Don't want it to look like that. Yeah, well, we will definitely get to that. That being said, now we're done with that part, and now it's on to, assembling the bed portion. Yay! Let's grab our lovely bed. Of course, we got to unwrap it, here, get all the fun stuff off of it. So we'll get it unwrapped, which it now is. Oh, llama. This is the A8 Plus. It's a good bed. Oh, let's take the glass piece off here and move that. We'll set it sticky side down. There we go. Now, is this got some sort of protective coating on it? It appears as though it does. Okay. Keeps the sheet from getting crazy. I'll give you a couple of them. There you go. Okay. Again, your plug goes on the back. So we'll just set it there for the moment. Now we need to get our... You know what really sucks is in here? They show some beautiful looking yellow springs, but that's not what comes in the kit. Hey, look, you got some magnets. Wow. It doesn't even show the magnets, but there's some magnets here. Some toughened glass, some clips. Got the clips there. The 3 millimeter bed. Here's a 3D printed part. Wow, I know what that 3D printed part is for. That is going to be to join this. Wow, look at that. No, that doesn't go there. That's going to go back here somewhere. We'll worry about that in a minute. But anyway, there's that. Here's my 4 screws. My 4 little thread-on nuts. The little nuts. Little screws. And of course, springs. And yet another 3D printed part, which, wow. The ends are so rolled, and I don't know that you guys will ever be able to see that on that camera, and I apologize. There you go. Those ends are so warped. Please switch to injection molded when it comes to this part, or use some sort of a brim. A brim would be nice, you know, something to help hold that down. That there, those there. All right. Now, the interesting part is step 8 is just a quick picture that shows the screw through here, the spring underneath, catch that spring before it flies away, and then you push it through and thread on a little bit. And yes, Thorpe, you are correct. The printer is selling for sub $200. Unless you buy it on Amazon, which I did. So the display mount. Thank you, Nate. You are correct. By the way, Nate, good to see you. I see Shane. Shane either caught you or you were like, "Hey, I see that idiot's streaming because his Discord told me so." But there we go. All right. It's kind of nice. Things are slowly, and I do mean slowly, coming together. We'll go ahead and get both of these going on this side. And you guys are tolerating this crap. That's the crazy part. There we go. Now, the last one here. What the heck? There we go. There we go. And remember, if you hold the base, you can push down on it a little bit and then give it a little bit of a spin. Makes life a little bit easier when trying to get those together. You're not trying to fight them. All right. After the assembly, almost feel like Koi and Bambi on the Kobe Lax over on the Twitches. They don't actually scratch records. They spin, but they don't scratch. So, but still, you know. Okay. Ooh. I guess we're done with this part for now. So, slide that all the way up. Pick it up and set that down out of the way. We're moving on to a whole new part of the kinematic. We're going into the X and Z now. Yay. Thanks, Lacey. It's nice to know I could help put you to sleep. You know, my wife came in and she said, you know, they're watching you do this. I said, yeah. She goes, they got to be bored. I said, yeah, they probably are. So, okay. So this part goes this way on this side. This part goes this way on this side. Now we need to get those two pieces, which again, this is what they look like. Get up close for you. See? This one goes to the left. You can know it's my left wedding ring. I'm not one of those guys who wears it on the right. There you go. There's those. And it says we need to get the Z-axis rods, Z-axis rod support nut. That's this one, or these two. And then the X-axis motor. So we know it's the X-axis motor. Why? Because it says X. So X-axis motor. And X-axis motor goes on with the plug. That plug right there, the little white cap facing down. So it'll go like so. See, white cap facing down. There's that. And that's where these guys come into play. Okay. Yes, the 3x20. And if you want to make sure, look at that. 3x20. I know you guys can see oh so well, so grab this. Whoops. Grab the right one. Come back out here, sorry. Start one, you know. Hit it with a hammer. That is the best answer. When in doubt, just hit it with a hammer. Yep, that's what I thought. I was like, that one looks to be a little off. Now I remember why, because there's one longer. M3x30, I believe it is. So there's that. There's that. I should use the broken printer to print the new parts. Put a zip tie on it just to bandage it together and then print the new pieces from Aaron. Key and peel, for those who don't know, Aaron had to remind me of that yesterday because I had a moment of stupid where I forgot that that was a Key and Peel reference. So, okay. Now we need to grab these rods that I almost forgot where they were at. I don't know if you guys saw me do that double take there. I almost had to go to the community for some support. All right. Now it says we need to get out the ones that are, where are we at here? Oh, hold on. Jump the gun. Jump the gun. I jumped the gun. Forgot to put the switch on. Oh, and this is the roller switch, by the way, guys. So you need the roller switch. We'll move the rods. Don't even look at this. Back up. Take this. And it looks like your switch mounts on top. Okay. And we need two more of the self-tapping screws. And it does go with the wheel. Little wheel here. Little wheel. Facing to the front. The front would be where your motor is, where the tip of the motor sticks out there. That would be the front. So it goes on this way. So let's get our self-tappers out here out of this lovely bag. We'll dump them over there and leave the bag next to it. Okay. I don't know if you guys can hear that music. Like I said, I don't know. I haven't seen, but it is nice to have a little music. All right. Crank it down pretty good, but don't make it tight yet, just in case you got to finesse. You don't have to finesse in a hard way. By the way, guys, I hope the stream's quality is looking okay. It's not super potato vision like it normally is. We knocked that one down there, that one there. There we go. Now I'll bring this up here for you. As you guys can see. See? Facing forward. Little wheel. See? Makes a nice clicky sound here. Yeah. Okay. Now that part's done. Now we're done with step 9. Now we can go on to step 10. I gotta look at the phone real quick. Oh, the boss is messaging me. Okay, sorry. That being said, there are the two pieces that we need for this next part to go along with these three pieces right here. And then we need the rods. And the rods that we need are our 496 millimeter rods. And just so I know, I do want to see something here. And if you read the instructions, you'll know this. There are some 496 millimeter guide rods, 422 millimeter guide rods, and 486 millimeter guide rods, which leads on to tell that the longest of the rods will be the rods required for your X. So your X uses the longest rods, just to give you that heads up. Well, these two, which you can, there we go. These two, as you can see, are the same size. This one here and its counterpart are shorter. See? Shorter. That being said, since he's a shorty, we know we don't need him. So we take the shorties out. We use these guys. Set them down. Okay. There we go. Now, top rod gets two bearings. So we take two bearings. And like I showed you earlier, well, they didn't say, but, you know, pretty obvious. Make sure the bearing, the rod's a little clean. When you put it in, square it up, go slow. And if you need to, a little bit of a twist. Don't go crazy. Don't be like cranking that thing around, but like a little twist and a little push going straight. It'll go right in. Second one. And there we go. Push them down. That's the top rod. Bottom rod only gets one. So, okay, just make sure it's cleaned off. There we go. And oh my goodness, just lovely. Put that one there. Move this guy out of the way. Now, again, the top switches on the top. So you're going to insert that in the hole that is right. I get the light on it just right, maybe. You can kind of see it. The cover is away, but there's a hole right there. That's where it's going to go in. You slide that in there. There will be screws that will hold those in once you're done, but put that in there. We'll stand this thing up to work a little easier, and then we'll push the other one in the bottom there. There we go. The old twist and push. Give it a little twist and a push. Not those rods. Are you making me second guess myself here? Is that what I'm getting, Mike? Are you messing with me? Did you make me second guess myself? Am I going to really take this apart now? I'm gonna try to anyway. Let's see. Should be the longer of the two. It's right. Damn you, Mike. You made me second guess myself. Should not have listened to Mike. Okay, well, there's that. Now on the other side, you'll do the same thing. And again, you can only go, you want to have it, make sure the brass is on top. Yes, Thorpe, I think he was probably talking to you as well, but it did make me second guess myself. Oops. Okay. There we go. There we go. What I did was I just made sure that on this end, they were both flushed up with the edge. There you go. Now those are through. And it just says to put those through. It doesn't say anything about putting the screws in yet. However, now we're getting to the point where it's telling me I need to mount the hot end. Cool. Let's get the hot end. One hot end. Okay, let's get this properly packaged hot end out. Okay. For those who did not know, this is a direct drive system. Here's our electronics, the thermistor and the hot end, or the heater cartridge. Does anybody see anything going on here? Anybody notice anything? Just a little bit of not straight. Well, we'll see. We'll see how bad that throws it off. It doesn't say to adjust it. Yes, I am. All right, let's go ahead and take the one screw out of the bottom here that it says you need to take out. See if I can get this end in here to actually loosen that. There we go. Okay. That is loose. Now we need to loosen the nut on the extruder as well, it says. So grab a little wrench here. Remember lefty tighty, righty loosey? Oh, maybe it's the other way around. My bad. There we go. There's our lovely little hot end. Set that off to the side. Now we got our plate here. And it says we need 12 more of the M4x6s. Here's our M4x6s. Put our M4x8s over there. This one goes with, this one goes right here. I don't want to lose it, so I'm going to put it back. Tip for everybody, if you don't want to lose something, put it back where it came from. You thought I'd be done by now. We're only 2 hours in. It's not bad, right? Okay, so now the fun part. And the cool part is the top two, you can just kind of push them together. Pretty close anyway. Line them up and just work on those like that. And then the bottom one you can get after the fact. So start with the top. There's one. Oop, bounced away, but didn't leave the table. Yahtzee. Okay, that one's going to fight a little bit. So the bottom ones are a little bit harder because they don't have nice little holes cut in the metal there, grooves or anything like that. So, you know. And again, I'm just snugging them up for right now. I'm not actually getting them all the way tight. Come back, do that after the fact. Just foul-mouthed and impatient and less hair. Yes, I am definitely the Bob Ross of 3D printer assembly, I guess. Make these happy little trees here. By happy little trees, I mean hot ends, damn it. Like I said, with this one, I'm trying to be a little little less foul mouth because I want to be a little more user friendly on this one in case anybody actually wants to sit through or build along with me kind of a thing. You know what I mean? Like, I guess these live streams wouldn't be bad if somebody wanted to do a build along, get their printer out and follow me while I do this so they'd know about how long it's going to take them by how long the video took. Minus interruptions, of course. I am a family Dan with a family. They like to come visit me. Lacey loves when my little daughter comes to visit. She enjoys the conversations that we have because my lovely little daughter is a wonderful little monster. Are you? All right, what? Bob Ross? No. Like Bob Ross? Maybe. I'm giving these a little tighten down now. Mr. Marcel, sir, did we get anywhere with your printer yesterday? Did you find anything out? Because I've been crazy and have not had a chance to. However, maybe you can ask in chat and see if anybody could assist further, my man. We have quite a few people who actually know a lot about printers in chat, which is weird that the people who know about printers are watching this guy build a printer. But that's okay because they just want to see this wonderful machine come together. I know. Okay. We'll put it that way. Now I got to get the four that are down in here, and this will not work. So I don't know why they put holes in there unless you were actually going to. Capacitor didn't help either. Still trying different stuff in the firmware. Okay. I'm more like Andrew Dice Clay. Agreed. Sam Kennison, maybe. Except for I don't do as many drugs and drink as much booze as he did. Just use fire. It fixes everything. Agreed. There we go. I got some weird chill music playing right now. It's kind of like when you go to those fancy restaurants to get yourself a bite to eat. It's kind of what I'm hearing right now. I don't know about you guys, or if you guys are hearing it. I said, I still don't see anything where you guys say, yeah, we heard the music. Of course, you guys probably respond as I'm looking away to build. I can tell you that I am I am seriously thinking about getting the kit out, the iFixit kit, because that just does not reach, and it's in this weird spot where these bottom ones just do not. There we go. You don't hear anything? Thank you. I know. Don't hear any music? Good. I guess it's good. I mean, if you guys want some background music, I can bring up the sound a little bit on that and see if you guys can hear some, Turn up the music a skosh. See if the mic will start picking it up. I don't know if I was streaming to another platform or if I was actually using the, not StreamYards, but using the actual other one. I just figured I pay for StreamYards. I might as well use it for this because StreamYards is a nice quick window right there. That one's snugged up. Here we go. There's that one. There's that one. All right, let's give them all one more quick little possible quarter twist, if so. All you hear is me. I feel sorry for you. 3 printers moving. Oh, Marcel, let me help you out. Give me a second. I'll turn up the music a little bit. You guys can then hopefully hear it. I just want to get these last couple. Make sure they're nice and tight. Nice and toit. Toit like a twigger. There we go. Okay. Here, let's bring up some audio. There. Can you guys hear that? No, it's all royalty free, so hopefully you can hear it. Oh goodness. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. All right. Well, now that that part's done, let's move on to carriage is assembled. Hot ends taken apart. Carriage is assembled. Yep, that is definitely some Metallica, sir. All right, now it is time to put the hot end back in. Put the extruder with the L-shaped aluminum head tighter. Tighten the nut. Okay. Let's see here. It's weird. It's calling for all these weird parts that didn't just come off of here. So, and according to this, it's just telling me to redo what I just did. So we push this through here. Let's grab this guy real quick. You hear that too, huh? Okay. Screw is back in place. That's done. Now it's just a matter of turning that. Okay. There is that. Yay. Okay. There we go. There's that. Oh, it's such a wonderful sound. Sounds like bad wind chimes. It's about what it sounds like to me, too. It's some kind of like calming music. I don't know. I just said surprise me, so they play a random assortment of things. We'll put these zip ties over here, the last two cover pieces over there. We'll throw the bag that just says accessory kit away. We'll put the rest of our M3s for right now back in the bag so we don't lose them. There we go. Put those back there. These are M4 by 8s. We'll put these back in the bag too. Just don't want to lose stuff. I've been leaving it sit out. I don't want to forget either. So there. Those there. That all there. That there. There we go. Move on to the next part. The next part is extruder kit's assembled. That's part 13. Part 14. Oh no. There's a... Yeah, I guess it's part 14. Step 14. Ah, there we go. Step 14 involves a few different things. And we're going to need the fan plate, fan, air blower, wind mouth, and then some screws and a gasket. So let's see here. We've got some fan parts here. We've got the wind mouth, which is a 3D printed part that is okay. There we go. Here's your wind mouth. The wind mouth barely fits in there, so that'll definitely require either some glue or something. We will cross that bridge when we get there. Oh, wait. Oh, there we go. Put it in the other way. It fits a bit snugger. It looks like there's a bit of a issue with that, but it looks good. Works. Good. Great gravy grand. Next one, we need the other fan assembly kit. So we'll move these parts over here. Then we need our other fan here. get these bags out of the way. This fan actually comes with the bracket already mounted to it. So there's the bracket that they talk about. It's already mounted to this fan, at least in this kit it is. They're actually showing where you have to mount 2 screws to on here on the hot end. There is right here, I guess you can kind of see it, there's a hole there and a hole there, and it goes there. Set it this way. Well, for me, I'm going to put it this way. It'll work more towards you guys. Then you just figure out which side it wants to go on, top or bottom. Goes underneath, and then they get screwed in from the bottom. So all we gotta do is really flip this thing up. Get our wrench again. Not that one. This one. It's the M3s. Just get the right one there. And then put this up under here. It's got a nice little notch in the part so that it sits perfect where you need it. Snug that one real quick. And this one does come with 3 screws in the kit, which it only says needs 2. So looks like another one of those situations where an extra part made its way in. And looks like we might have had that just a little too crooked. So we'll have to loosen this guy up real quick. So we can kind of push that back. There we go. So what I had to do there is this little screw. I had to loosen this so I could push the hot end assembly from this side back, giving enough room for that to fit through there. Or for the screw to fit through the hole. There we go. And let's try the other screw. It looks like that one might have a messed up thread on it. Huh, interesting. Is it going? There it goes. All right. Just had to finesse it a little bit, but we got it. Way to go, guys. Go team. Tighten that one down. Tighten this one down. And then let's make sure that it's got adequate looking gap, and we'll retighten this one now. There we go. All right. That fan is on. Now let's put the fan on the front, which you turn it this way. 2 holes, one here in the plate. Turn the plate up so you can see it. You can kind of see hole here and hole here. That's where the other fan will mount to. Yes, it is. I mentioned doing that and then didn't do that. So give me just a second here. Let's do this, shall we? There we go. Watch this. You ready for the magic? Boom. Look at that. The only problem is now it kind of hides some of your chat. So let's fix that part too. Ready? I could take the name out of there. It's not like you guys don't know who you're watching, right? But we'll do that. There we go. It did reset chat. It happens. But there you go. Is this better? Now you guys can see right in here. Okay. Back to it. Take fan. It's got the little schnozzle on here. The little schnozzle that is friction fit. Actually is biting pretty good now. Take the extra wire. Tuck it up out of the way. And then we take our 2 screws here, drop one through the hole, And these stick out just enough. What's going on, 3D Jeff? Did you get your, you're not going to get it yet. It'll be, I believe, Monday. I will send you the tracking info on that. Sorry. I will send you the tracking info on that. Yep, still working. It's going to be like that for a little bit. You know, it does take time, man. Good things come to those who wait. Let's see here. Yep, that's the one we needed. Tighten that one down. Tighten that one down. And then, interestingly enough, that is an interesting duct design. And I know that I'm going to be printing a new one because there's one thing a lot of you know. It's that the duct should come out and blow over the right where the filament touches the next layers where it should be. And if you look, that is not so much the case here. It is all sorts of behind. It's just barely, like the edge here is barely with this. So what's going on, Big Jano? What's going on, man? Everybody go give Big Jano a follow. Go find him, give him a follow. Big Jano, drop your link in the chat so everybody can find you. Because Big Jano is definitely underrated in our community. He needs more follows, more love, more support because the dude's pumping out some awesome content, love his videos, and think you should all go give him a follow. So go give Big Jano a follow. Show him some love. Okay. There we go. Oh, dog's being an idiot. Let's see. Is there a kid coming? If there is, I'll have to mute again. So anyway, so these two lovely 3D printed parts here go on the back side. So now we have to flip this around just like so. There are several little holes in the back here, which you guys can kind of see there. So we'll lay that down flat. But from the looks of it, it is a two-part system here where you're going to have, for belt tensioning, this piece will be like so, and this piece will be like, let me see here. That one goes like that. And this one goes like this. Actually, like this. And there you go. That's apparently the what for. Okay. So that lovely belt that's left over there, we'll need that here momentarily. But first things first, it is showing that this part gets bolted down like so. Okay. There are only two spots it can get bolted down to, either a middle or a little farther in. And according to this, it is the farthest set of holes in. So, again, when you're looking at the back here, it's these two holes. You get the light down there. Okay, so when you're looking at it, let's do this. Ready? Here we go. It's going to be not these two holes or these two holes. It'll be these two right here. So this hole and this hole. They're the ones farther back on the bearing. This bearing here, the ones farther to the back of that bearing. It'll be the two that you'll use. And the screws that you need to use are going to be, let's see here. Looks like it's going to be two of the M3x10 countersunk. So let's find our M3x10 countersunk. Where are M3x10s? Here we go. M3x10. There's only two of them in the bag, so you can only use those two. So there you go. Jerry, you got the filament that you want? Awesome. Great. Hopefully you print some awesome stuff with it, my man. And you got, Jerry, I'm trying to remember here. You won the auto drop, right? The auto drop 3 rolls, right? I believe. Trying to remember. I'm sorry, Jerry. I've been given away and have been part of many giveaways recently, so I'm kind of forgetful at the moment as to who got what. Now it's a little bit techno-y, see? It's a surprise me mix. A little bit of everything. I'm going to do this to give myself a little more ease of use. That fancy driver. Whew. Yes, 3D Jeff. Thank you for subscribing to Big Jano. Like I said, good dude, pumping out some awesome content. Like what he's got going on there. So, the one thing I am noticing is connect the gear to the flange, back belt, around the sleeve, adjust block, place. Okay. So, yeah, let me undo what I just did because the instructions weren't overly clear and I kind of jumped the gun there. Okay, first things first, grab your belt. And then take your belt, fish it through this side, pull it out, fish it back underneath the pulley. Actually, I take that back. I did that wrong. My bad. Go through the bottom, over the bearing and up through the top. Then you fish it through. Oop. Try to make it so that it goes through as many teeth on there as you can. There we go. Get that down in there. What's up, Wildcat? Tuck that down in as far as you can get it, preferably all the way underneath. A little bit of fingernail action, and I was able to slide the belt all the way down in there. So the belt is now all the way down and in. You can see the little hole here on the side, 2 screw holes in the back. And the belt is now all the way underneath the back portion here. There's some teeth there where it'll go in. Now that that's done, now we can tighten that part down. So we grab our screwdriver again. Like I said, I kind of get a kick out of the fact that they give us this awesome screwdriver, but they can't include like a little iFixit style parts only for this printer kit. But there's that. There we go. By the way, for those who don't know, this is what's left over of the belt from putting the bed on. This is some top quality rubber belt, so expect nothing but the finest. We're going to tip this up here so I can actually get under here with the belt for the rest of this. I'm going to push kind of in through, and it should go up over the top. And if it doesn't, take your screwdriver or a zip tie. Zip tie would probably work best. Put it in here next to the motor. Oop. And then just kind of guide it up and around. And then try to get it to come around. I am finding this zip tie method is working. Probably could have fished that through before they have you put the motor on. I'm just saying. Like, yep. There we go. You know what? Let's push it through, pull it through a little bit here. I got it to come out through the top a little bit, but I'm going to pull some through and then drop it back down around. See if that'll help. No, it doesn't seem to be working, but okay. Well, it didn't seem to work as well as I'd hoped, but I think there we go. All right. Not sure what happened, but I got an all right. Whoever caused an all right, whether it's the song or somebody, cool, thank you. Okay, I am finding that the zip tie is kind of working here. Let's pick this up. Got it. Huh. No wonder I couldn't find it, guys. Kind of came out the bottom there. I wonder it was getting stuck. It might be easier to just take this damn motor off and start that way. Cheating. Don't pinch hard, but reach through the back and just pull it through. Seems to be working. Just don't pinch hard. Let's cut the belt all the shit. There we go. Got it. Yeah, there it is. Ta-da. Okay. And like I had said before, they give you plenty of belt here. Now the next part is the fact that this guy kind of goes like this. Oop, like this, actually. Let's see here. How long is it telling me to leave there? I need to get the M3 nut and then the M3 by 25. So I need an M3 nut and an M3 by 25. 3 by 12. Betcha, there it is. M3 by 25. Now I just need to find that M3 by 12 nut. Or the M3 nut. And in all my kits, there's one M3 nut right here. One M3 nut. M3 nut goes in the slit in the back here. So put it in, push it down. There you go. And then this guy, to make it easier to get to, we'll move that down. Oh, no, isn't that lovely? There's that. That'll go through there. Perfect. Good, good, good. Okay. And let's see here. What I'm doing to measure the belt is I'm going right to the edge of this part here, this 3D printed part that I just bolted on, going to the edge of this. And then I'm just kind of bringing it up so that the belt will be right at the edge of that when it's all the way out. Because actually that would be bad because the screw, when it's completely bottomed out, is going to be there. So you're going to want to look at that. So come back a little bit here. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, it's about halfway between. And then with this, we will go ahead and I'm going to leave a couple of teeth, even though it probably don't need to. But there we go. Little nubbin sticking out the top there. There we go. Now we can pull this back this way and get this guy started in through here. Maybe. Jeepers. Another one of those situations where it's like, come on, guys. If you don't get your hole right, at least run a drill through it real quick, you know? What's going on, 3D printing painting Jerry? How are you, sir? Just doing a build stream because gotta keep busy, you know? Keep stuff like this going, you know? I probably gonna move that back a little bit more. Hey, thank you for the sub. Yeah, that's right, guys. I got fancy stuff on my streams now. Come on. Let's grab our little Allen here. I just see me needing to cut that belt down a little more, guys. So don't be shocked if you see me take apart what I'm doing here and do that. Yes, Mr. Ben Brady, I am currently building I got to keep my office warm, you know. I hear the best way to keep your office warm is to use fire, right? So, and again, it is the plus, so it's a bigger fire, right? You know what they said? Realistically, though, the plus has gotten a bad rap because of the original A8, but the all-metal frame and some of the upgrades they've made or changes they've made, we'll see. I know one gentleman that's hanging out in here with us, he's currently got one and said that his runaway protection, thermal runaway, was not enabled. Which, again, if that be the case, like we all say, we're tired of hearing about the accidental use of the wrong one, you know? Ben, you are finishing building up Christie's Ender 3 Pro. Nice, nice. I talked to my wife, and with the addition of the CR10S that Sergio sent me, I kind of am running out a little bit of room in here. So I'm going to be giving my oldest son one of my 3D printers to take to his place to get it out of here. Dad needs to use it for something. I can send a file and tell him to print it. And otherwise, he can just kind of, you know, hang on to it and use it. We're getting some of the slack out the belt now. We're finally getting to that point. First printer was the original A8. Yeah, Jeff, you were one of the lucky few that made it through the owning of an A8 without fires. See? Okay. There we go. Nice and taut, taunt, twaint. However you want to look at it. Let me see. There we go. Let's see. That's pretty good. Gonna have a little slap in the belt because of the way it's built, but oh my goodness! Some of the most amazing sounds I've ever heard. Yep, some of the most amazing sounds ever heard right there. Okay. That part's done. Oh, we can set that off to the side now. They want me to go ahead and start assembling the Z motors. So we'll set this part right there. Grab our Z motors. They show both Z motors with the wires coming out towards you. The brackets are on the back, and your left and right there are two brackets. They are mirrored of one another. The rods will ride on the outsides of the motors. So when you put that together, you'll want to make sure that they are left and right. So again, left, right. There you go. Slide that one over. Slide that one over. And then for that, we're going to use 8 of the M3 by 6s, which are these guys right here. There's 4. And there's 4. So there we go. Now, let's get these guys in real quick. And it's kind of neat the way that they design this to keep the rod from actually like dropping all the way through. It just overlaps the edge of the motor just enough that it'll hold the rod in place and keep it from wanting to drop all the way through when you would do the assembly part. So, giving away 3 rolls of Ziltech filament, US only, 4 p.m. Pacific. Not sure Dan will be done by then. 4 p.m. Pacific? Yeah, I'll be done by then because I should be on my way home. I have to wrap this up here. If nothing else, I have to wrap this up in about 45 minutes. So if I don't finish this, then I will start a part 2. There's going to be at least a follow-up video to this anyway, but I'm hoping to at least get, if nothing else, the frame built. I can always do the wiring in a part 2 that can take place at a later date. I just work on the CR10 and get that up and moving while I'm waiting to finish this video or finish this series if need be. There's one. I should have just went for a speed run and not talked to anybody, not did anything, just sat here and went and let you guys just watch me do a speed run. You know, just jam music here and just go for it. But not so much the case. I need 4 M4s and 4 of the M4 by 8s and then 4 of the T-nuts for the M4 by 8s. M4 by 8s. There are 4 M4 by 8 T-nuts. Or M4 T-nuts, I should say. Push those through the holes there, one on each side of the. You push those through. Same trick. Put your fingers on the head of the nut or the head of them to hold them. Put the screws to it. Thanks, Jesse Foreman. Nice to see you, good sir. Yes, Jeff, you are correct. He did give away an A8 yesterday, and it was not a joke. He legitimately bought the guy a brand new Anet A8. If I was that guy, I would be not pissed at all because, again, free printer's a free printer, and an A8's an A8. An A8, if nothing else, is a good box of parts to do some other stuff with. You just swap out a board, get yourself some 2020 or 2040 extrusion, and make yourself basically build like a bear out of it. You know? Pretty good. Had to sort of finish the video for tomorrow. Good. I'm glad you're getting more regular with them videos, Llama. I'm liking them. There's that. Those motors, Z motors are ready to go. Now we need the 2 pieces of extrusion. It is telling me that I need my 2 Z-axis 500s. That's all it's telling me I need because we just pre-assembled everything else. Again, ta-da. There we go. All right. Now these don't have anything special going on with them at all. Studs in both ends. No weird, crazy distinguishing marks of any kind. So this part's not really going to matter too much. You're going to stand your hammer nuts up. And then let's see here. Yeah, all it is showing is you just put the motors through. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to leave it sit flush on the table. So it's all, see, so the extrusion is sitting flat. Leave that flat. And then I'm going to just tighten them, you know. So I'm going to turn this so I can actually get to it. I apologize. You guys cannot see that. One of these days when I get a production manager to help me out, I'll be able to have multiple camera angles and have someone to take care of all that craziness. But that's not now. But again, just making sure everything is sitting flush and flat. Tighten that one down. Again, you got to make sure when your hammer nuts are getting tightened that they twist so they lock into the extrusion. And the nice part is you can see down there, you can look down there and see that. Yeah, Jerry, go ahead. I mean, I'm game, man. You guys, self-promotion is a wonderful thing, and I let you guys self-promote like crazy. So go ahead, post links, let everybody know what's going on. Yeah, like I said, I like this, but I want to get another, probably, you know, shoot more this way since I'm right-handed. Probably be better to have the camera on this side looking back this way. Same thing I just did with the other one, I'm doing with this one. I'm making sure that my hammer nuts are facing, or T-nuts are facing up and down so they slide into the extrusion. I'm setting it down so everything is flat. The extrusion's flat against my desk area here, my table. The motor is sitting flat on it so it can't move. So, and then I'm holding them together and just making sure that as I tighten it here, the T-nut flips. Hey, Thorpe, if you want to go ahead and promote him, go ahead. But I'm not responsible for the what the community does to you after the fact. What the heck? That one's not liking that too much, but... Okay. See? Give it a little tighten. What the heck? Wow. The head on this screw, not cooperating. It locked. I would have liked to have gotten a little more torque on it, so I'll have to come back at it. But, okay, there are those. Now the fun part is that's done. Now I need the rods and screws, which we have our rods here, which this part's going to be fun because it's kind of high. So let me, whoa, not that high. Down a little bit more, right? Up a little bit. There we go. That'll be a little bit better, I think. Put this one here. I only assemble these one at a time, so it's not like what I'm doing is like super crazy. But you're going to take the rod and the screw, and I'm going to say it's probably going to be best to start the rods no, screws yes. Get your screws seated into your motors. Make sure your two little locking screws are not in the way. Where did that other Allen go here? There we go. Then we put it in. Lock one, twist it, and lock the other one. And they're wobbly because these are the springed ones. So it will weeble wobble a little bit. Same thing with this one. However, on this side, this one needs to be backed out a little bit more. Let's lock back that one out a little bit too. There we go. Okay. Same thing. I just drop them down, lock it. Is the music too loud, by the way, guys? Nobody said anything that I'm aware of. So, but there you go. There's that. But there's those. Now we just take our gantry here. Bring this over. And we're going to space one out here. And we're going to start 2 twists on that one. Move those. And then we'll get 2 twists started on that one. And now we'll bring them down a ways. Okay. Now we got them started. Being careful dropping through here that you don't knock any of the bearings out. Drop it on down. Twist it a little bit. And there we go. Rod slipped in. Sorry you couldn't see that. I'll try to do better on this other one here. Let me turn this a little bit. And you can kind of see there's a hole here. Same thing when you bring it through the top. Keep the gantry from falling first. But bring it down. And then as you get close here, just move everything into place. Line it up. And then it drops right into the little notch there. Okay, good. Jerry can't hear it. Oh, yeah. I know, Jerry. All right. Interesting. Stay put. Okay, now we need the 2 plates for the top, which are these guys right here. And the way these guys go on, thankfully this one's like right here. So let's first drop these down below. Okay. The way these are going to go is with the little nub to the outside. You slide them over. They go over the top of everything there. Just like so. Same thing on the other side here. Drop them over. And then, gonna have to adjust that just a teeny tiny bit. Okay, we'll have to adjust that. Let's get this one side locked down first. First things first, we need to get 2 rods, 2 screws. That part's done. Then we come over here. This is where I need everything else. guide rod, sleeve, shaft sleeves, and 3x4 black jacket screws. Yeah, those are already in. So now we need the M5x30s, which are my M5x30s here. Let's see, are these the right ones? My M5, oh, those are definitely not 30s. That's these guys right here, isn't it? Yep. Okay, that's your longer ones, your M5x30s. And then where are my everythings? That's what I thought. Here we go. Now, stand-up time. Let's move this up here again a little bit. There we go. And then kind of line everything up here. And actually, we just freehand it down in there. It's interesting it says the M5x30s right there when that bottomed out. I don't really think it's your M5x30s, guys. I'm pretty sure it's these guys right here. Because your M5x30s will go up through the bottom to connect your extrusions together. So that's it. Oh, yes. Yes, yes. I'm sorry, guys. I'm having me a hell of a day. Yeah, you do. Wow. My bad, guys. My bad. I can't believe sitting here looking at it, and I'm like, oh, yeah, there is something missing. So let's take this guy off. I do apologize, guys. I've been at this for a little while. The brain is starting to get a little numb. Taking plates off. Let's grab our last piece of extrusion that's left here. See? And again, same thing. Make sure the cut holes are on top so that way you can put the screws through. Which is funny. Yeah. It's weird that they do that. They have cut holes there for it, even though you don't need them. Really weird. Anyway, put the plate back on. Put those there. And then grab your M5x30s again. There we go. Now everything is kind of coming together. There we are. I need water. You're right. I probably should go get a drink or something, but we're going to forge through. There we go. In case anybody's missing that, I have to push in a little bit there to get everything kind of lined up. I want a little. Let's see here. Let's get these lined up. Drop one through. Whoops. Pull them apart. There. Why argue? Just make it work, right? Sorry, guys. Here, let me come up a little bit more. There you go. Milk and some milk dudes. Agreed. I need to, honestly, if you guys like, are you sitting there thinking, like, what should we send him? My go-tos are the Major Melon Mountain Dew. I like that one now. That's my kind of my go-to now. And either the really expensive chili chocolate bars. Those are delicious. Or Snickers. Can't argue with Snickers, man. I don't know anybody that wants to argue with a Snickers. This is kind of interesting. You got to kind of like make sure everything lines up here. So kind of push everything all together, make sure it flushes up, and then give them a snug. And Jerry, it's snugging. I'm not actually tightening. Just snugging it. I'll tighten it later. Square everything up. Snug it. Snug it. There we go. Now I'm going to have to cut some of this belt out because I had to adjust this guy in some. Like, I had to adjust this in some. And when I adjusted this in, that nice tight job I did on the belt there is not so tight no more. So I'm going to have to cut some of that belt out. But okay. There's that. Oh no. Uh-oh. Gotta clear the work surface. Gotta make room for some stuff. Oh, by the way, thanks for reminding me, guys, that I also forgot something else. Don't worry about it. Let's get there before we get too far. Let's go ahead and take this out. Actually, you know what? We'll leave it together. We'll fix it this way. Sit still for a minute. In case you guys don't know what I'm doing here, there's these two little guys that need to lock in the rods here. Want to make sure you put those through. And thankfully, all I have to do is that. Now it's in there. Ta-da! Let's loosen the other side up real quick. And yeah, I'm still going, Mike. Not wanting to anymore. I'm fucking wore out. Yeah, I told you guys I use sentence enhancers, so. But I'm wore out at this point, so. Let's put these guys back in. There we go. Now we can tighten those back down. There we go. Now the rods won't come out. See? Now I can pick it up. Ta-da! There we go. All right. Now that's done. I'm going to put our other two end caps on real quick too because, you know, they say you can, so we might as well, right? There we go. All right. That part's done. Now all that's left is assemble the top and bottom together. Move this over. Put those there, that there. That goes there. Okay. Here's the part we ain't seen in a while. Let me bring you guys back down here with me. There we go. Part we haven't seen in a while. Meet the part that we just got done. Okay. There's that. And a lot of guys find that this part's easier to do near an edge. So we're going to bring it to the edge. And again, the motors will face the front along with your extrusion and everything else. And I can see that my motors are sitting a little too low when I put it on the extrusion. So probably have to loosen and lift a little, which means I'll have to loosen some more. There we go. Oh no, Thor, we're going to at least get the frame put together before I have to go. I only got a couple screws left to do here, and we're done with that part. So snugged it up. Okay. Those two are snugged. Spin around. Ta-da. We are in the home stretch. About time. Are you looking to get one too, Marcel? Yeah, the hot end does leave a little to be desired. Tighten that for a minute. Okay. Swing it and ding it around here. Let's give these two a little bit better tighten so we don't have no wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Anyway. All right. Still solid there. So let's give our ends a tighten now. Some of you are going to be mad at me for that, but that's okay. I've got T-minus 20 minutes and I got to leave. So we got 20 more minutes of this. And there we go. All right. Chef Hawk, what's up? Thank you. Well, like I said, Marcel, hopefully somebody here in chat can help you with that. Playing with the hot end, guys, just making sure everything is kind of lined up like it should be and there's no crazy bowing or anything. Okay, we'll finish playing with that in a minute. Now let's go ahead and what's next? The two pieces are joined together. Need the little corner bracket parts to go on the opposite sides of the motor. There's some little corner extrusion here, or corner these lovely fellas right here. Does not say which side to put those on. It just shows that they go on here. Okay, so we need M5x20s. 4s. Oh no, that's the M5x20s that we need for that. For this part, we need M4x10s. So we need to find the M4x10s. That's 8s. I need these guys. And the M4x10s, where did they go? Here they are. I'm losing my mind. M4x10s, yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 4 of the hammer nuts, which I know the printer's in the way, guys, but I've shown you them a few times, and I'll show you again here. Your M4 hammer nut and the M4x10 screw. So M4x10 goes through the hole, which is quite small for the part that we got here. It almost looks like it should be M5s for this part, but they're calling for M4s. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get them prepped first. Put your screw through, put your hammer nut on the back. Take this one out of the way. Here we go. I'm going to put it on the inside. If that's wrong, they didn't specify. I hear craziness outside. I have to look. I want to make sure that my kids are being crazy. They're not being super crazy. Just like when you put the hammer nuts in anywhere, just make sure that they twist so that they grab like they're supposed to. Square it up best you can so that this way you have the best performance options. There we go. Remember, lefty tighty, righty loosey. Everything's always backwards, right? It's righty tighty, lefty loosey, just so you guys know. Then give it the old tighten down. Now we got some little bit of like a rock thing going on here. This surprised me. He's playing all kinds of weird stuff, man. I mean, I'm not arguing with it. Any background noise is better than none, especially when you're out here talking to yourself, because you guys are here in chat, but the only voice I hear is my own. Yeah, beat them kids down outside, right? Ugh. Hey, Mr. Foreman, man, did you ever get that mini built? I haven't heard nothing about that. You get that built? I figured I'd ask, you know. For those who don't remember, Mr. Foreman won himself a Prusa Mini, courtesy of Mr. Loyal Moses, on my biggest little giveaway, because at 250 subscribers, I did a giveaway. And I was expecting something small. I was going to give away 2 rolls or 2. Damn it. That's what happens when it doesn't actually catch. It just tightens itself down onto it. But I was going to give away just 2 $50 gift cards, one to Printed Solid here in the U.S., and then for my anywhere else outside of the U.S. Subscribers, I was going to give away a pretty much just a gift card for wherever. And he ended up winning. Gonna come up and do it here, huh? All right, man. Well, let's get through all this crap and give me some more time, and we'll definitely make that happen. And then we can come up here, and you can come up here, and we can do it. But yeah, for my 250 subscribers, I was going to give away two $25 gift cards. Well, all these crazies in the community got behind me and said, we want to give away stuff too on your stream. And I was like, okay, cool. You know, small milestone. There's not a lot going on. It was my biggest stream. Actually, it was my second biggest stream. Now I think about that, because my one stream that somehow, some way wound up just on something. I ended up with like 2,500 viewers at one point, which was nuts. And it was just us sitting around talking. But that being said, it was one of my biggest streams. It was pretty awesome. And during the giveaway, like I said, I was able to give back to the community quite a bit. So that's my wife letting me know that it's about going time. So, yep. So let's try and get this real quick here. Let's see what the last couple pages say. The wiring will start next, which I think this is it. Yeah, because now it's just putting on all the electrical stuff. So we will wire up all of the electronics at another time. So power supply and all that good jazz. For right now, I am going to fix the belt and then be done. So let me put this stuff away real quick here so I don't lose anything. We don't want to lose any parts. I may pick up the stream again later tonight, depending on who's got what going on. Whew. Depending on who's got what going on. I know Jerry's got his stream. I'll hang out for that as long as I can when I get home. So, you know, RC, I always thought the same thing until I started doing stream and build and realized that stream and build does take a while. Building in general takes a while. Gotta love trap. Put them guys in there. We'll grab all of our little parts kits here. And we'll move all these back over here so they don't get lost. Put that there. Put all this stuff back in here. Put that there. Move all my wrenches. I'll need one wrench. We'll put the rest of them over there. Another zip tie over there. Cutters and stuff over there. Spin this around. Leave all the electronics over here for now. Let's just fix this belt, this sloppy floppy, and then I'll be done. So for those of you who stuck around and are taking off now, thank you. For those of you who hang tight for a little bit longer here, awesome again, thank you. I just got to cut some of this belt out here. Just got to take it all the way back. Thank you, sir. It's so far been interesting, I'll tell you that much. This song is messed up. Damn. Some crazy noises and such. Yeah, and if any of you guys can help out Mr. Marcel, please do. Poor guy's having a hell of a time. I redid his firmware for him, and he's still having an issue. So okay, basically pulling it tighter. Yeah, I gotta do the same thing and lop it off. There we go. Now, time to restart the screw in here. This year is the last year I'm filing taxes as a non-business owner. Next year I start filing taxes as a business owner. It's going to be weird. However, here's one of my first tax write-offs standing right in front of us. Yeah. Also, for those of you who have stuck around this far, I just want to say thank you, because you guys are awesome. The community that we are a part of is an amazing community and full of a lot of awesome people. So I am super thankful for all of you guys. Like, you guys come and hang out. There's 28 of you still hanging out here watching me do this. So, I mean, there might be a day that comes where there'll be hundreds of people, but you guys will be the original ones that were here, sub 3-digit people. You know what I mean? Like, there we go. You guys are the ones that you guys will be the OGs. That bottom one just does not want to go in any further. Have to figure that out later. But there we go. Sliding that in obviously changed something here. I don't know. Let me see. The belt that I just tightened, it's not tight enough. So I gotta tighten it a little more. Hopefully this will tighten enough. Looks like there'll be enough there. Well, that's got 2012 Mac iMac. Nice. Llama's a huge Mac fan. Oh, 2019, huh? Sweet. I know I got a MacBook Air coming at some point. I just got to get with the guy, you know. Hey, Ron, thank you, man. But yeah, I do honestly greatly appreciate everybody in this community that is here, supports me, tolerates my crazy. I don't know why you guys do it, but you're awesome and super thankful. Just wish Viking could have been here to hang out with us today. I know he's got a lot going on, so hopefully, you know, everything starts working out, everything gets good for him. So, Viking, if you watch this later, brother, love you. There we go. I think we hit that one pretty good there. There's that. Let's bring it down. Let's get crazy. You know what I mean? Get all that out from underneath. just kind of squaring it up a little, making sure it looks a little good there. A little gooder than it did, you know. All right. There we go. Let's do this. Ready? There we go. So, there it is so far. We're going to go ahead and hang tight on this now. We'll finish it up later. Maybe tonight, if all goes well. We'll get it fired up. When I get home, while I'm waiting, Aaron, I'm going to reprint the parts that are broken. And we will probably start by replacing those. So we'll get those replaced just so that we have good part, since this one is broken, as we all know. But there you go. Fingers crossed. So, guys, again, thanks for coming and hanging out. I'm not going to blast you guys with that intro, outro thing, so you guys don't have to worry about the audio on that. But, again, thank you guys very much. Have yourselves a wonderful rest of your day. And follow on Twitter. Keep an eye on YouTube. Depending on what happens, probably come back and finish this up tonight. If not tonight, I have too much to do tomorrow and Sunday. It'll probably be Monday night. So hopefully tonight. Just keep an eye. Talk to you later. Have a good one.